back, people. Welcome back. Bless up on yourself. Running a quick little test right now. Um, so I'm thinking them not even plug in. Up, Richard Green. Big up yourself. All right, I'm glad some of you got the notification because today I was trying to see something because some people say they're not getting the notification. So we want to see how it works today. Bless up on yourself, people. Hope everybody good. Was just watching the Euros. Another good game. Czech Republic versus Portugal. Portugal got the win in the end. However, um, Czech Republic played a hell of a football game. Czech Republic played a really, really good football game today. They looked, they looked the part. They hit Portugal early in the game. Went up the first goal. Portugal came back. The Turkey Georgia game today was wide open. That was a little bit too open football for my liking. Yeah, that little bit more. So, so just watching the Euro games. That's why we haven't even streamed early because a big game like Portugal want to see how these teams look and how these teams shape up. 2 more days to go, and Copa America is here. However, though, Canada beat this Argentina team? Canada has something good going into this game. Canada did get I think Canada did get points or did draw a game. They drew a game recently with France. So, and this is a good French team that we saw yesterday. Maybe we won't say they had everybody there, but Canada will be. What I like the style of football Canada is playing. They play this open style of football. So it's either they play well and beat Argentina, or Argentina beats Canada. That's how I see this one going. I don't see it going any I don't see it going any other way. Don't see it going any other way, to be honest here. Yeah, man. Bless up yourself, Cygnus Media. So they will have a tough test. Argentina, though, sometimes can start tournaments very slowly. Canada can take from what took place in the last World Cup, where stunned a Saudi Arabia team stunned this Argentinian team going into a big game like the World Cup. So Canada should take that as something and said, hey, guess what? We have the chance. Don't know if we can do it, but we're going to try to do it. So I hope Canada go out there and put on a proper performance. The Jamaican Reggae Boys are in camp. Jamaican Reggae Boys are in camp. Mikel Antonio, all those guys are there getting sharp, ready for the big matchup versus Mexico. Haven't heard much. I was looking on the internet today to find some stuff on the Mexicans. I know they had friendly games and they're preparing, but just wanted to just tap in and to see what the Mexicans are up to, because the Mexicans are going to be a challenge. Some people, I think fans has to be really realistic. Fans has to be realistic and know that the Mexicans are going to be a very, very tough opponent. I don't think the Mexicans will be a walk in the park for Jamaica. Not this time around. Not this time around. Don't think we'll be a walk in the park. Players, today I was having a discussion with this Norwegian kid. We did a show together, and we were talking about, he was saying how our coach plays this kind of football where he just sits back and wait for something to happen, and the opposite of what they needed out of their coach. But I think all these coaches has, whether or not we like it, we were gonna still. I'm looking for a player like Bobby Reed. Want to see how Bobby Reed comes off in this tournament. Bobby Reed has the capability. He's a really good player, very good player on the counter attack at Fulham. We need that big performance from Bobby Reed. Like that performance. We need that Premier League performance one time from a Bobby Reed. We saw when Bobby Reed came good in that Nations League game against Mexico and scored a brilliant goal. We need a Bobby Reed goal. We need a Bobby Reed performance. I know everybody say JT, but you don't see the stuff that Bobby Reed is doing. People just hit the like button on the video as soon as you enter the chat. Hit the like button on the video. As soon as you come in, people, just hit the like button on the video. Please and thanks. You know, so Bobby Reed, yeah. So I sometimes I call for Bobby Reed um to be on the bench. Some people would disagree with me, but it's because I need Bobby Reed to step up. I need Bobby Reed to give me one of those Bobby Reed performances. That's what I need from Bobby Reed. One of those performances. Or we're just having Bobby Reed out there and he's just a regular player, you know, running back, defending a lot. We can't have that. We can't have that. We have to have a Bobby Reed out there who is functioning. He has no support from him produce that the team need better players. I understand that, but remember, you know, Demari Gray and all those guys are playing with the same players. At that moment, you pray. These guys are playing with the same set of players. They're playing with the same set of players. So why what and trust me, Bobby Reed has been playing for Jamaica for way too long. Bobby Reed has been playing for Jamaica for way too long. It's about time Bobby Reed kicks into gear. The Bobby Reed. Let's see what Bobby Reed is made of. Because we need one of those players to step up. We don't have that. We need one of those players to step up. It's a must. Somebody has to step up. We don't have some of those big players that we tend to want. So somebody is gonna have to step up. Who is it? One of our Premier League players. We got Ethan Pinnock. We got a Mikel Antonio. That's how the world sees Jamaica when Jamaica lines up. Yo, Jamaica is coming in with Premier League stars. Yeah, teams look at that stuff. For real, teams look at that stuff. Stay there. Because they're thinking like, yo, Wagwan, we can basically we can take down this Jamaican team. And I think that's what happened to us. So we have to start thinking, no, we have to start thinking we are the Jamaican team. When they come up against us, and we talked about that today as well, bro. Like, we need teams to start planning how they're gonna play against us. Because all the time it's always Jamaica planning to play other teams where we're just like, oh man, we have to make sure we secure this, we secure that tactically. You know, like all this stuff. We don't want to do that anymore. Obviously, that's gonna happen when we go up against big teams. But as of right now, that was a good discussion because the person was also saying, even when we are better than teams, we are playing this sitting back, low block type of football. I think Antonio will show up in this tournament. He is a big game tournament player. He's a big game tournament player, said Cygnus Media. Well, we need it. We need it, man. It's a time. Like, I don't know if we're putting too much pressure on Mikel Antonio, but when are we gonna get some Mikel Antonio from the Premier League for Jamaica? When is that gonna happen? People, hit the like button. Hit the like button on the video. Let's get this video up and running quickly, fast. Let's get this video up and running, people. Hit the like button on the video, people. Bless up everybody in the comment section. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Touch up the like button. Touch up the like button. Copy that one. Carry on rivers. Yeah, man, just flowing right away, you know? Yeah, man, bless up yourself. Hit up the like button, people. Destroy the like button with a vengeance. You hear me, though, man? All right, all right, all right. That was enough. That was enough. That was really enough. Yeah, man. Yeah. So going in into Copa, Mexico. Very. I don't want to just. You see, I'm always in this state of mind with Mexico. Like sometimes I will come on and tell you, say, yo, Mexico no good. People, Mexico no good. Because I feel like that. But then sometimes I know that Mexico no good, but when you compare them with the level that Jamaica is playing, they are good. You know, I think they have their moments where they put up a lot of resistance against bigger teams. But I think this Mexico team, I keep going back to the two goals that I saw in the Brazil highlights. And those goals came off scraps. And that alertness scared me because I said to myself, these are some of the times where Jamaica let down mentally in games. Think about this. If Dominica coach can come on Sportsmax and say that they basically know that Jamaica's team start to basically fall apart around the 70th minute, imagine what the Mexicans are gonna think. They're gonna think, okay, I just need to run with this Jamaica team for a bit and wear them down. This is why I'm telling you people this. That's why I love that football game the other day with Austria and France. Ralph Rangnick, a man who came in at Manchester United. They sent him there, or they took him in there to change stuff up at Manchester United. Didn't really happen. Don't think he had enough time to get it done at Manchester United. But he went and took the Austrian job. We saw a very good defensive Austrian unit yesterday against a dynamic French team moving up and down the field. But Austria was able to annul some of those threats through discipline. And I mean, tactical discipline. You could see what Austria was trying to do defensively. They were defending as a unit. Jamaica has to settle on the back three. We need to put this thing to bed as well. Because I know Ethan Pinnock coming back. This might, the coach might flirt with the idea of two at the back again. We're not going back to two at the back again. We shouldn't go back to two at the back again. Not right now. We need to stay on the front foot. We need to get three players in the back. So Michael Hector is without a club as well, right? So Michael Hector is without a club. And since Michael Hector is without a club, I'm assuming that he shouldn't be the one that starts. He shouldn't be the one that starts in the game because he's basically. I was thinking about the back three and I was thinking, oh man, Hector looked really good with Dishard, Bernard, and Joel Latibodier. However, just based on not playing any football, based on being a free agent right now, I think we go with Latibodier and Dishard Bernard because Dishard Bernard also takes care of it takes care a lot of the balls coming into the box, headers coming into the box. And that's something that, trust me, people, I keep lamenting on this because it's something I don't want Jamaica to go back to, where we have balls coming into the box and we cannot defend against. This is the thing that I really want us to move away from. That's something we really, really need to move away from. Balls coming into the box and we're not able to defend them. That's been up on that right there has cost us a World Cup qualification. That has cost us not to go to a World Cup, basically. So we don't want that to happen anymore. We don't want that to happen anymore. We want Jamaica to be able to go out there, optimize the way they're playing, stay on the front foot. I just need us to play on the front foot at least once. Let's play on the front foot. Let's play on the front foot at least once, where we're just not there trying to soak up pressure and defending. I don't want to keep doing that. Defending. What about player potency? Yeah, but we have to work with the players. Do you think the players we have are potent enough? Then I don't know. Do we have? I think Damari Gray is a potent player. Level of potency is very high. Ronaldo Cephas with question marks there. Shamar flirts with that potency. Mikel Antonio potent enough at club. It's just international football. Coming over from club football to international football can be very, I don't know, it can be very, the transition can be a bit blurry. For some players, it seems that the transition is quite smooth. It happens, change over, but sports prophet, you believe a player shouldn't play because he isn't with a club? No, for me, bro, I would have risked Ravel Morrison being back in the team long time. That's where I wouldn't be good as a coach, because Ravel Morrison, I would have just kept him in Jamaica, training him up, for the games. And he probably would have even got a contract already and on the move, you know. It's just, I think that's where Ravel also probably felt betrayed by the coach as well. Because when he stopped playing at DC United, he probably thought him playing in the Jamaican setup would have helped to get him a club, would have helped him back to get a club. So I think he feels a bit betrayed there. um just like the coach kept on Mariapa. I know Mariapa defenders, it seems, guys, defenders are easier to find clubs. It seems that defenders are easier to find clubs because there's so many attacking players. That's the thing. So the guy defenders are much easier when it comes on to finding clubs. The team always steps up when they play better opponent. Yeah, that's something I have to say. Our team does rise to the occasion. They do rise to the occasion. We saw that against Argentina. People, just hit the like button on the video. Let's get this up to about 50 likes on the video. That would be magnificent if we can get this up to about 50 likes on the video. Yeah, so I remember when we played against a team like Argentina, when the coach, I would say the coach only had like a few days with the team. And we saw where Coach Jaime Hargreaves went in to that Argentina game and set up Jamaica in a quite competitive way. Jamaica was set up really well. A lot of us was saying, okay, all right, boom. Think we see enough here that this head coach is able to set Jamaica up structurally and looking good as a team. However, we've kind of stagnated at some points where it came on to the growth of the team. We've stagnated a slight bit based on our trajectory and based on where we started, because we thought, based on the coach assembling a team in such short period of time, it would have been we would have been a long way further ahead. No, this is what a lot of people are thinking. We would have been a long way further ahead. No, if the coach had done things differently. I don't know how much differently the coach could have done it. And then the team plays better in the States. Yeah, somebody said that the other day, Somebody said Jamaica always tends to play better in the US. I didn't know that was a thing. But that's actually good. I didn't know that was a thing, that Jamaica plays. Somebody said that the other day, and I thought, whoa, yeah, man, that's good. That's better chance for Jamaica. That's a better chance for Jamaica to Um, better. And in the US, they always have good surfaces, good playing pitch. And Jamaica probably just love the vibe. You know, maybe it's just the feeling of yo firing me there player. You see me? They are firing a player. You see what I say? Where they firing me there player, Basta. Yeah, man. So that's good. So I expect the place kind of neutralize the opponent as well. Um, None of these games are like home games for only other than the USA. I know that those teams are gonna have their fans there, the Argentinas, the Ecuador, but it's not gonna be like if it was in Ecuador or something. So these venues are a bit neutral. So in a good way, this will suit Jamaica. This is probably why this suits Jamaica. And I hope the CONCACAF teams can put on some good performances starting tomorrow night with Canada. Hope Canada can put on some good performances against Argentina. It's their turn. The Canadians, their head coach, ever since Herdman left, I thought that he's the one who came and changed that Canadian program. He came in and brought a different structure, a different setup. The team, the aesthetic, the team looked like a mid-table Premier League team at times. Buchanan, Laren, those guys. But after they removed him or he moved on as a coach, I think Canada has been in a little bit of we don't really know where they are, really, right? We don't really know where Canada sits right now. Canada is still in the doghouse a little bit. They have to, Canada needs to renew themselves and come back as a team. I think that loss to Jamaica really hurt the Canadian setup. That really hurt the Canadian team. That loss to Jamaica, I thought that was massive. They felt that that was disrespectful. That was in their backyard, home court. Jamaica went in there after losing the first leg in Kingston, Jamaica. They went over there in Canada to walk away with a victory and a berth in the Copa America, I think for about the third time in our history. And that all happened against Canada. So Canada, they're not really liking Jamaica these past couple of months. However, still think Canada is a decent team. I think they will show their worth. Um, Argentina is just such a tough opponent, though. I'm just thinking Argentina is a really tough opponent. Argentina is a really tough opponent. Um, can Canada get past Argentina? We're yet to see that. Canada does go into this game with a lot of confidence coming out of the draw with France. I think Canada must feel that they have a chance against Argentina, which is in their backyard in the US. So that game could go either way. You never know. You never know. I think Canada probably relish in the moment of trying to potentially beat the world champions. Who wouldn't want to beat the world champion? I think the Canadian team wants to beat Argentina. That would put Canada right back up on the map when people talking about Canada. That would have just put Canada right back up there. And people would have just start saying, yo, Canada is in one of those top teams in CONCACAF. Right now, the top teams in CONCACAF is the United States and Mexico. Whether or not we like it, whether or not we say their strikers are not getting goals, yeah, their strikers are not getting goals, but they're the top team. They're the top teams in CONCACAF. It's Mexico. Nobody has dethroned Mexico or the United States as yet. Nobody has dethroned them. They've been still just been there, quality team, quality opponents, and they're still just at the top. Mexico will have a big crowd in Texas. Yeah, I think so. I think so as well. I think the Mexican fans will come out big time in Mexico. Mexico is the boss, says the emperor. Yeah, Mexico is the boss, bro. Nitro. Where's the Nitro 69? We got Black Road at Copa. cut down some big tree at the back. Pinnock, Hector, Bernard, some old fridge in Amigo with fire at the front. Yeah, great. Bowser and Cephas, that was crazy. Yeah, that was a crazy um, metaphoric correlation there. Canadian Jonathan Davis is being looked at by Man United. Ah, bro, Man United wants everybody. They want everybody. They should just let some of the players go before they start buying new players. You know, I think they should do that. Just let go some of the players them before you start buying new players. If all the time you're gonna just buy new players, you're just adding on more problems, like new problems. You know, Manchester United haven't done such a great job buying players this last couple of years. I find that home field advantage is less of a factor when Jamaica team is made up of mainly UK based players. Yeah, because all our games for them is like away games. Big up yourself, Wako Mako. You see me? I say all our games are like away games. People, hit the like button, people. Hit the like button on the video. Let's get the visibility out there on the video. Just hit the like button, man. I don't know if you do the thing already. I know the like button thing set already. You, you know? So well done, Turkey. Yeah, that was the most open football game. Wakomako, that was a big open football game. Turkey, Georgia. It was just two teams running up and down the field. Just running up and down the field, open football. The Czech Republic game, though, was a really good game. Portugal, Czech Republic, as we touched on that earlier. I think the Czechs are fearless in the way they play football. You can remember the historical Czechs, the Barash, and those guys. I think one Czech Republic team, I think, went to the finals, either the semifinals or the finals of the Euros with Barash and those guys. That's how those guys really think he went to Liverpool after that. Yo, me love Siberia and Slovakia play. Yeah, man. Remember, Jamaica played Siberia a few times, and that's a team that really puts the football down on the ground and move it around. Siberia, that team can move the football around. Slovakia as well. Slovakia is yeah, Slovakia. They played against Denmark, right? I think Slovakia played against Denmark, or is Slovenia. I don't know, but it's either Slovakia or it's Slovenia. One of those teams, but Slovakia, bro. I thought that Czech Republic today, if they got the win, they would have been the Croatia. They would have been the Croatia of the tournament. If Czech Republic, if Czech Republic got that win today, they would have been the team to look at because they're so balanced. When they're defending, dropping off, five at the back is 5-4-1, just a full drop off in shape. You have to break through the lines. On the other hand, the Portuguese team was constantly trying to get crosses in the box, those diagonal crosses, getting those balls in the box at a dangerous angle. That's how Portugal is relentless with this. People, Portugal qualifying for the Euros, I think they had the most goals of crosses coming into the box with headers. This Portugal team. So Portugal does operate off those dangerous balls coming into the box. Czech Republic defended well against it for a long period of time. However, it was just not sustainable. At some point, a ball is gonna drop off of a defender's head, onto the feet of a striker. A substitution. Some would say now that the head coach for Portugal is a genius. He's legendary for making a substitution, and two players included in the substitution was involved in the goal. So that was magical. Portugal and Belgium are the most overrated teams. Yeah, I think Portugal could have got beaten. Yo, Belgium, when you look at the Belgium team, I don't see any chemistry between the players. They just look like a bunch of guys selected because they're the best players in Belgium and they're put on the team, I don't really see Belgium as a unit, as a team, they just look like, okay, we get all the guys who play for Belgium who are really good football players. Let's get them on the field. That's what's happening for Belgium. De Bruyne, um, it's I think it's just not enough. Nana, the kid from Everton, I don't know if I like him in that center mid, that defensive midfield role. He plays a bit higher up the pitch at Everton, but however, I just think Belgium is just a waste of talent. Lukaku just can't score consistently. Some people would say he scored 2 goals, but he had 3 better chances. That's why you need a prolific striker. England is another team where Southgate, as I said, Southgate, I always correlate Southgate with the Jamaican Reggae Boys coach, Coach Jaime. Southgate is a coach who doesn't really like to make substitution. He hates making substitution. And that's what cost England the last Euros against Italy. Southgate didn't want to change the game and he just didn't make the right substitution. The Italian coach made the right substitution, impacted the game, won the game. And I don't think Southgate has learned from that debacle in the last Euros. Mbappe out for the Netherlands game. Yeah, man, the man knows get crap. Yo, damn. You imagine that? Your nose getting broken like that. Yeah, all right. Portugal, what do you say? Portugal waited too long to make their subs. They were playing like they would have been satisfied with a draw. I felt like that, bro. I felt like I was like, is Portugal trying to draw this game? I don't know. Are they trying to draw this game? But it seems they decided on something else. I don't know if they tried to draw the game. But because, bro, I think the Czech Republic just played so well that they actually showed Portugal their level. Where Portugal realized, like, yo, this is our level. Like Portugal actually they actually conceded defeat tonight. It's just, you know, bro, I don't know. That last goal looked like it was planned, man. The guy just put his knee down over the ball and the keeper looked like he dived over it. I don't know, bro. I wonder if these things are staged. I wonder if this game was staged. Like, if you look at the last goal, people, like, it was weird. Like, the ball come in the box, the defender should just, like, kick the ball out or do something. He tried to kneel down on the ball. This is, like, very weird, man. Bless up yourself, Flavor Max.
Hello?
Yeah, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear you. I'll go on JT.
Yeah, me there, bless up yourself. Yeah, dude. See your boss, I retrack
Yeah.
him statement.
That's the more I talk about him, because man have to reach public.
We are talking about him for a little bit, man. We not give him too much of the show, but
Yeah. Yeah, man have to reach out JT because I tell you this. And I never make it categorically. I really always give me a problem
yeah,
enough.
man.
Clear. But you know what I try to say.
Yeah, man.
I'm not bashing him overall. I'm
Mm.
talking about this present situation. That's what I'm passionate about.
Okay. And
So let me make that clear.
what is his present situation?
Just the way how he's dealing with the whole call up and Leon Bailey. I just don't think he's handling Leon Bailey
Yeah,
uh,
very well.
situation as an agent good. I don't think so.
Because
And
you see this
I
even this
heard
thing where I'm right, this thing where I'm right. No, it really show how him realize how he mess up.
him really realize, and he mess up. And when it came out, all the media houses they put it out as requirement for Bailey to play. Him never say anything that time. You should have said something that time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You only retracting and say it was a requirement or a demand. It was a recommendation, and you only said that because you realize Jamaica people fed up and you're getting the backlash. People going against you and Bailey right now. And it's all because of you. It's his fault. So him run out now for do damage control. It's a
Mhm.
little bit too late, Mr. But
And even with the
it's a,
damage control, he might use this kind of ego thing while he might explain it.
still,
We make it look
yes.
stupid.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you something. JFF is not perfect, they have the fault, but tell you what he's doing, he's trying to make them seem really bad, like JFF is the worst thing ever. But by doing that, you're making them look good
Yeah.
because JFF look good right now, and it's all because of him. Him
Yeah.
just look like a troublemaker right now. Because yes, the recommendation, people talking about recommendation, yes, they are good things he's asking for, Well, two things. The timing. One, two, you are married your recommendation with Bailey Whisper and you're under 20 baller. You can't, we are married them for. It's
He's
like,
always but the track record is there.
yes, it's like this, I have these at my price position. To get them, I have to get this. No, 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 no. You can't hold up nobody. You can't hold anybody ransom. It's not how it goes. If you have a recommendation as a Jamaican, because he is not affiliated to JFF in no way. So JFF don't have to take any recommendation. Okay, so man of his knowledge, if you're gonna recommend, okay, recommend. I go through the proper channel. Don't recommend and then use it to disrupt the program or especially at this point in time, and then try to slide in the number five like we don't know what you're doing. Better never put on the number five. Because the
Mhm.
number five just make everybody see what you really want to achieve. And I'm telling you, I think he's innocently using the ball as a well, Bailey as a pump. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Because honestly, JT, as I always tell you, if a man saying want to take a break, fine. You
Yeah.
can't really kill a man who want to take a break, JT.
Because
I
anything
mean,
can
think
become overwhelming for anybody.
anything
If
can
if
become overwhelming.
YouTube, if YouTube at one point, I took like
It,
3 months straight where I didn't go on YouTube.
yes. Sometimes I take sabbatical from social media, no IG, no YouTube, nothing, and detox. People who say, yo, Flavor Max gone and Flavor Max short. No, sometimes it's not enough is enough. Go take a little detox from social media, then I come back.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't have a problem with that.
And that's
But
why
then,
and that's why yes, me tell you, me can't stream every day because
exactly,
I couldn't just do that every day, bro. Like it's
exactly.
so easy forget that there's like a world happening out there while you're just
Yes,
burning up time on certain things. So certain people want to expand and enjoy different parts of their lives. I do understand that
yes.
though, but I think is
But
where
he's using that.
the
But
the
he's
messiness around it.
yes, but he's using the youth sabbatical as a way to get what him want.
Hmm.
You know, kind of say, yo, if you want to be able to play or within the discussion, why you have to bring that up? Me caller said today, say, yeah, I'm gonna bring it up because that's his leverage. That just show where your mind is at and where his mind is at. There's
Yeah,
a way, and that's not the right way. And him really realize. So my thing is, just leave it alone. Leave it, Mr. Butler. Leave it.
yeah,
Leave it.
yeah,
You're a great man with great achievement. I wanna beat you because nobody. I don't have anything personal against you,
yeah,
because But JT or Flavor Max, I talk what I see in front of me, and nobody can make me talk when me don't want to talk. I assess, then I talk. I don't talk off of people. And in this present situation, he is wrong.
yeah.
He is wrong.
And he realized
Anyway,
that.
Euro,
Eh?
the Euro,
Yeah,
England.
yeah.
England is not my team. France is my team, but I don't think why Southgate. I don't think the first game. Until more you think. I don't think they
Southgate stubborn.
experiment with.
Southgate is stubborn, bro. Told you, stubborn.
What you think about playing Arnold? I think that failed playing Arnold in the midfield and having Foden on the left wing. I don't think that worked.
No,
JT, what
listen,
you think?
all right, just see Trent, remember, I think he's one of the best passers of the football, but he comes with a deficiency defensively. But he has Declan Rice here. Bro, I think it could have worked if Cole Palmer was in there for a Phil Foden. Because I think Cole Palmer would have caused a bit more problems for defenders and free up more
Mm-hmm,
space for Harry Kane. Harry Kane
mm-hmm.
is not a defender. You're gonna split defense and he run passes people and get the ball. Harry Kane comes deep for it, lays it off and turn and gets it on the move. That's how Harry Kane is
Yes,
like a rev up player. Like you have to rev him up and get him going. The thing with Phil Foden had a terrible game and Southgate didn't want to
but
take him off
yes, but I wouldn't play full then on the left. Why play him on the left? All right, here how I would set up the
because
midfield.
then he's gonna have to change Bellingham from the number 10 position because
But I
that's the
don't have a
problem.
problem with that. But that is what I was going to say. Why Bellingham have to play at the 10? Bellingham can play. Listen, Bellingham is a good box to box, you know. Why? I would play Bellingham at the 8 and the Rice at the 6 and Foden at the 10. Bellingham, he's trying to match Bellingham. I play Bellingham the way how Bellingham played for Real Madrid. Why you have to do that? He play Angela to play Bellingham at the 10 because Real Madrid don't really have a striker. So I'm kind of play him as a false nine. But in England, you have Harry Kane. You don't need a man, another.
But what do you say that Bellingham just scored the actual goal that won the game from the number 10
Yes,
role
yes,
position?
he scored the actual goal, but not because he scored the actual goal, make balance the team. Him playing at 10, you have somebody who can play at 10. So why not play him at 8 where he will still be a goal threat? Put Rice at the 6 and have Foden where he will impact the game more at the 10 and then have
Bro,
somebody like Eze at
I
the 11.
still think that Foden is not going to impact any game. Remember, Panishu Metal
Why?
said Foden is not world class.
He's coming off a prolific season for
Yeah,
City,
yeah,
so why
but
you don't think he'll impact?
he's not world class, bro.
Yeah, but Saka is not real class either. And Saka is impacting the game, so I don't understand.
No, 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 no. To me, Saka is closer to being world class. He's world class to me because I see
Yeah,
his
but
game translate.
yeah,
I,
but in but people would beg
from
to define based on what transpired in the Premier League and in the Champions League. People would say Foden is closer to. I remember Saka is my guy. It's my player because I'm an Arsenal fan. But
hmm.
I'm being objective here. Some people say based on Foden performances in the Premier League and the Champions League, he's closer to being world class, especially this season more than Saka. People would say that. So
Foden.
what would you say to the people who would say that?
Oh man, no man. I think Saka. You see, Foden to me is like a youth who can play a ball good with him peers. Them like you see him at the ball field, and then when you can go play against some people, some youth from some place, some big tough people, and I'm
Mm.
like Rockstone dumpling. Him just get timid. Like when he gets to the international game where he doesn't have
Yeah,
that
but yeah,
protection
but
of beers.
yeah,
Like
but I'm saying
yeah.
if you're going to play him, give him the best opportunity to impact the game, and that is in the 10 position.
The
He,
coach, but look how dominant um um Bellingham was though. Jude Bellingham was just
but
dominant. Was
Bellingham can impact the game. No, that's why I tell us say sometimes you have to shift from people and all right. But Bellingham will and can be as dominant at the 8 as he is at the 10. People only playing him there because Real Madrid play him there, you know. Bellingham is a box to box midfielder, you know.
yeah,
Can bounce
no.
people off the ball, can control the ball, can make the pass, can run in the back, can get the goal from the 8 still. And
So
with a man like Rice there, he can push up when he ready.
and the coach,
So he
what he could have done was he could have dropped Trent Alexander, I think. Drop Bellingham in the midfield, um, with Declan Rice and Foden in the 10.
and
Or
easy on the left.
yeah, but you see, the problem is none of them players the on the field can pass the ball like Trent Alexander. That's why he's there.
Yeah, but you don't need, yeah, but he can pass the ball, but Midfield passing of the ball is different from passing the ball from right back. You have to understand that. He's a good long pass of the ball. You don't necessarily need that in midfield.
Yeah, but you saw he had some pretty good passes. He was breaking through the line
Yes,
with
but he
passes.
never impact the game as he should um in midfield
I think it was
with his
Foden, bro. I
passing.
think Foden, for me, I hate to blame a game on a player, but he just gave England nothing from that position. And I just thought that England had too many other options that could have
From
played.
left wing.
Yeah,
From
bro.
left wing.
That's all I'm
You
saying.
have to
Like,
put him. I would say put him in the 10. Put him in the 10 because I think he is good enough and show us that he's good enough in the Champions League, in the Premier League, for you to play him in the 10. He can. He played there for City and him look good. So play him there for
yeah,
England.
but I,
And
I I don't think it's gonna work, man. He has played
yeah,
that
but let
10
us
role
see
for England.
first.
He played that 10 role for England in friendly games. Listen, I've seen Phil Foden and what
You
I
know,
re-
rate Foden, JT.
no,
JT, you know,
me
rate
rate
Foden,
Foden in the Premier League, bro. In
JT,
the
I feel
EPL.
like I beat Foden,
No, you see, in the EPL, bro. Me rate Foden.
man.
You see, Foden, his game is not translating to the international game. I think physicality catches up to him. Like international.
I just think they play a little bit different, for England because at one point in the game, when they were building from the back, I think Trent Alexander-Arnold himself kicked the ball and bypassed entire midfield and, well, and then lost the ball. And Foden was upset. He was visibly upset because that's not his game. And also City play.
Yeah.
He's about ball retention
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
not no long pass. So it's a little bit different in contrast to how he used to play for City. But I mean, him have to adjust. I would just like to see him at the 10, Bellingham at the 8, and Rice at the 6. And Hezzy. And that's why I say, and people laugh after me. I'm sure Rashford. Rashford offers something that no other player or players in the team offer. Pace and the ability to run behind. And they were lacking that.
I,
People are
I
gonna say,
just think
oh,
that
but
I just think that Rashford just has taken too long to get it. I don't know. When was Rashford going to just cross the threshold and become a good player? When? Like,
no, because when you no man, Rashford, you can't. No man, Rashford, good enough man. Rashford can be an impact player, man. Because when you look at the bench, who come on, Powell. No man, Rashford could have get a game. Rashford come like them player, like them artists that now if you have the hit song to mash up a stage. Rashford do have to come in have a good season. We going at the national team and make an impact. Because the man have pace, precision, and is a kind of him have that dog in him. He run behind the defense, get penalty, run left people. And England don't really have nobody in their team to do that. Well, let me touch on France, my team, before my cut.
mm,
First game, I never impressive, but we have the talent. When you look at France team, though, JT, it have talents all over the field. But I thought we were arrogant and selfish in a lot of our players. You watch the game?
yeah, yeah. I said it was one of my favorite games at the whole tournament.
Yeah, it was a good game, but for my team watching it, I thought we held on to the ball too long when we were supposed to pass the ball. When I pass the ball, Hernandez, I try make the run by himself. Um,
Yo, Hernandez
Dembele,
is no joke, man.
huh?
Hernandez and you two are run them out of the midfield.
No, a good player, but me just say it's like when you look at uh, the French players, all of the man them are top player, play with top club,
Yeah,
top farm. And it's like the man them just have a chip on their shoulder and them know that. It's like
bro.
it's my time to take on a player now. It's my time to make an impact. Them not really play as a team.
Yeah,
But
them
I hope
now.
them fix that in the second. Eh?
Yeah, them now plays a team, but bro, Hernandez was the man that make some run out of it. And what the brother the name the defensive midfielder for France? Jesus.
Content. Or Robert.
Yo, Missy Kante run back and break up one tackle, brother.
Yeah,
The,
man. The man they call like
the man
it's a
just
fire pit. The man pick out every fire, man.
Yo, Missy Kante, the man just a chat. And Content now run in a straight line, you know. Him just a run like him a track the man. If you just spring on upon him, to where him like the moment the Austrian let down him
Yeah,
focus for a split second, Kanté make the diving tackle. I mean, I say, yo, that
you make
timing
it
was
run.
like impeccable, bro.
Yeah, but if we play as a team, nobody can. France are
What
going
you
it, man.
think
You
about
can't
you
manage
think
France.
about Thuram? You think Thuram for you out there?
Here why them play, man. Why I don't have really have a because them play on the left. My youth they play on the right, right? What name the youth from Byron Youth? It'll slim youth.
From
Um,
which side we are talking about now?
France.
Oh, Mbele or something like that?
No, not
No.
Dembele. The other
Wait, from which
Dembele not
wing?
play.
Where you say? Repeat yourself.
Right wing,
For France.
right wing for
Uh,
France. He never start. He never come on, but he play for
okay.
Bayern.
Okay.
The reason why they play Thuram, you know, it's him work hard still. He's a hard worker.
Yeah, but
Him work hard. So it's either start him or start Giroud. You know, so it depends on who you're playing against and what you really want. But him work hard. It's not the most talented player you will ever see, but he's a workhorse. And sometimes him kind of do the dirty work for Mbappe. So him will run back and Mbappe will stay up. So then kind of interchange who stay, who go. But him mostly do most of the hard work. So that's why I get a game.
okay. I mean, never
Yeah.
really I wasn't really sure about that combination there. I thought, and Giroud is more of a quiet storm. He plays a more quiet role, Giroud. So, and I think if Giroud comes in, you
Yeah.
kind of adjust again the formation, maybe.
Yeah, for adjust again. But Thuram is a hard worker, man. He's a do the run back, break up play, reach back up there. Him not stop run.
Gaming
Him put
said
in the
me
work.
feel that Thuram very selfish most of the time. Watching the game and him want to do it on him own.
Yeah, but I know too. But that's my point, though. But it wasn't Thuram alone. Dembele wanted to do it on his own. Thuram wanted to do it on his own. Mbappe,
Griezmann,
Griezmann was fully selfish.
yeah,
And then Hernandez on the left. So they all wanted to take a turn to be selfish to be the man. Because
yeah.
all of them are big name player and them have a chip on them shoulder, but them have forget to try and play as a team the next game. Because it's not gonna work if them do it if they continue to play like that. But on and on, saying that they should have won the game 3-0 anyway, regardless. That's how good they are. France are gonna win this thing easily, man. Who is your favorite?
To win it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it has to be between Germany.
Yeah, Germany look good too.
Who was the next solid? It's between Germany and France to me right now.
Germany and France, yeah. France are my teams
Yeah.
overall.
I just think France has this other gear where them catch more time where I think teams who are not ready, they're just gonna get hit.
Yes.
And France have a lot of threatening players who are not in the game
France
either.
have, they have checked all over the field,
Yeah.
JT. That's the thing. All over the field. Anybody can beat you know.
Yeah. You know that the French coach decided to only take 25 players and he was offered to take what 26 or 26. And he says because
Uh,
he didn't want to take any more players. This is his team. The man
you
like
know so much.
yeah,
Yeah, the man went to you.
he knows his team and he's like this is
Yeah.
and bro, yesterday I was watching France and I was like there was times where France looked like the old Brazil. I swear. Like when they spring the
Yeah.
attack.
No, they have it, man. They have it. They have it. It's just to play as a team. But
No, if never mind.
individually,
Didn't you saw like a point in the game where France spring some attack and it looked like when Brazil used to spring attacks and I move the ball with
yes, man.
skill, some one touch. You saw the Hernandez, them one touch
Yes,
there.
man. When I tell him I think it was Griezmann just back heel it and the
Yeah,
man run on funny and then they make the part. Yeah, I'm gonna see that, man.
yeah,
They
that
see
looked
that,
good.
but them playing like that in patches, them have to get it together and don't try to prove.
Yeah,
Because everybody there try to prove.
yeah.
And the goalkeeper, I rate him, you know, said the man quick off a line, you know, wonder if the youth for Jamaica watch them thing there. Because you see,
Yo, you know what
a
I said? I
ball.
said Jamali wait for Jamaica. If he makes another blunder in the first game, he's done. May I tell you,
Yeah.
second string goalkeepers don't get to make so many blunders and keep their
And guess
job.
what? You saw the play where the forward for the other team slide in and hit the goalkeeper, France goalkeeper. You saw that play?
Not sure, not remembering.
Yeah, man, he went down and he was injured for a while. It was 70-30 to the striker, and the keeper rush out and make up grounds and get that and get the foul,
Your keeper.
Jamali wait. It was 70-30 in Jamali wait favor
Yeah,
and still make
crap.
the striker go around him.
Yeah, Jamali Wait should have really like nailed that one down. Come on, Jamali Wait. Don't wait.
Yes, I hope
I
I'm
think he
watching
was
it and
wait. I
learn
think he
from
was
this.
waiting. He was waiting.
He was waiting.
He was wait. He was waiting to figure out what decision to make with the
Yeah,
ball
he
running
never
towards
brave.
him.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
never brave enough. But I enjoy the tournament so far, man.
Yeah. I love this kind of football. Very disappointed in Croatia, though. I think the performance I saw from Czech Republic today was the performance I was expecting from Croatia.
Croatia. You see, football is a young.
Yeah,
Football is a young man's sport,
yeah, it's a young man's sport.
and no, you have to understand that it's a young man's sport. And if you have a couple of your players them playing walking stick, the only man miss to play with walking stick and boss the game, is a player named Zidane, 2006 World Cup,
Yeah.
34, 35, the man a play with walking stick,
Zinedine Zidane?
and beat. Eh?
We're talking about Zinedine?
Yeah, man. To go check,
Zinedine
yo,
Zidane.
one of the best midfield performance me ever seen in my life watching World Cup or football on a whole was that 2006 game against Brazil, prime Brazil,
Bro,
Ronaldinho, Kaká,
bro.
all of them in the midfield, and the man teach them, literally took them to school. JT, go and watch that game. Whenever time,
No,
I
my
want
brother,
to
I mean,
see
no, that a game, which other game them did butt down somebody.
this. I think it's the same game, man.
Yeah, man, I think other game, man. Them man, they,
In the
brother,
final.
them man, when them man, they don't play midfield, them jersey heavy.
Yeah, man.
Them man, they look, them man, they just, me don't know, bro. Them man, they play with some different level of energy. Bro, CR7 is 38 and Modric. So somebody there. Big up yourself, doing yourself. As a keeper, you can't hesitate or make wrong stop. Split second can mean minute for your striker for score. Yeah. And the fact that the goalkeeper coach said in his press conference that two of the goalkeepers are good with their feet are modern goalkeepers. He said Davis and Connor's boy, right? Right, Flavor Max?
Yeah, say that again.
The goalkeeper coach saying at the press conference that Connor Boyce Clark and Shaquan Davis is modern type of goalkeepers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's not what Jamal Rich would want to really hear. because at some point we're gonna have to modernize the goalkeeper position.
No,
Big up
bye.
yourself,
Don't
Carlton.
stop. But
Yeah.
I will tell you, the front goalkeeper, the way all missing come out, JT. I said, fuck.
England,
The man
when
fly
England
out.
I play, England I play Thursday.
I think so against Denmark. It's gonna be a very
Yeah,
good
it's
game.
gonna be a
Okay.
good game. That's
So
gonna
they
be
have to make some changes now.
yeah. Because Denmark felt that they were cheated that game against England the last time. So
The last time.
yeah, with the penalty, the box on Sterling.
Yeah.
So I think Denmark, but Denmark, the midfield and the defense is not connecting. I'm gonna be talking to some Danish footballers on the channel soon, Flavor Max, because we're expanding it out, as well.
Yeah.
Get some people
Yeah.
who want so because we look at Hoyland and those players from
Mm.
Brentford, Christensen, from Manchester United,
Mm-hmm.
So you know, there's a lot of loaded talent there, but Denmark they're not getting it together as well. It goes to tell you, like people think, yo, the hardest thing is to gel an international team.
To gel is not easy to gel. It's true,
It's
and that's
very
why
hard.
you have to have a system because the France game, the team that play against France, that team, what are the team again? Yo, the man them have a
Austria,
system I work with them.
brother.
Austria,
But you did listen to
yeah,
what we did say before the game. You remember?
me never hear. Tell me.
When I was saying that Austria is my dark horse team because of the coach Ralph Rangnick. Ralph Rangnick
No, the
is
same coach Manchester United run with.
yeah, yeah. And I don't know, run with Ralph Rangnick, bro. Well, yeah, yes, oh, you say, but you know, he's one of them coaches who develop his own press. You see,
Listen,
all them press
no,
yesterday.
the man them kind of stop France from playing then game too, even though me and criticize France now, but Austria have something to do with that too. The man them press,
Bro.
The man them press the entire game, and disrupt France too. I was impressed with them.
Yeah, I was. That's why I said to you that that was the game for me. The Austria France game was the game for me that had a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
Ball retention. Sometimes France counter attack in football.
counter attack.
You know,
Yes.
and the way how Austria dress when they were dropping off, they look so disciplined. And you know what I feel like Ralph Rangnick does? He picks smart players. I saw Austria did some little
Mm-hmm.
things in the game. They improvise, like so, you know, like a like I don't know, bro. I don't know what was special about them, but as a unit, I think
They look good as a
yeah.
unit.
And I saw that when he turned down. Remember, I know he turned down the job for Bayern Munich. They wanted him to
Mm-hmm.
coach Bayern Munich. No, he said he thinks he has something good going in Austria. They won their last
But
six games as well.
yes, and the one game I saw, and Austria is not no Mickey Mouse team, because I think they said Austria won 12 games leading up to this game, and some of those teams, including Belgium and others,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Austria, uh, yeah, man. It's complete point, and you move on. Yeah. Why do we flip flop like you talk about so many teams in 10, then flip to make comparison? I don't know who's Devon talking to. Maybe you're Flavor Max? Because we're just talking
me,
football, man. We, we
I
weren't
not
even.
flip flop.
I don't
People are entitled to, yeah, you have to understand, well, some people call flip flop, JT. Sometimes all the facts are not presented in front of you,
know.
and sometimes what you currently know. But you see, man like me, if I hold a position, JT, based on what I know at the time, when if I gather more information, I am not afraid to say, okay, this is what it is. I will change. I'm entitled to change my opinion based on the facts that are presented to me. I am not no die hard, nothing, or nobody. Never been, never will.
Oh, wow.
You know, I am committed to the truth and the facts.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's real. I don't know. We're just talking about the Euros. We're talking about football, and we're making correlation. I don't, guys. Like me or people I say, yo, if it wasn't a tournament, we would want Southgate to go. Like I'm listening to this stuff at work, like on Sky, or like people are saying it in a nice way. Like, bro, when we talk about like our football harsh, people are crying. And I'm hearing like fans are like, we need to get he needs to go now. What's the bloody worst performance? I said me or England fans, I say, like so me no know like when we say if for the coach we are question or we are question a player, like it's a problem. I don't see it's a problem, bro. I don't. Because if you look at France, right now, as mentioned, so people want the Danish coach out. Remember, first team to go to the qualify for the World Cup and the first team to exit the World Cup, the last World Cup.
Mm. I would that Babatunde.
Fully out.
Go on. Yeah, watch the game them.
Yeah, greetings to all sacred niggas. Yeah, all of the good people, good
Jesus
people.
Christ.
Not much of the games that we able to take in.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much. We scheduled call for full work now, so we're not
Okay.
able to take in much of the games.
Okay.
Okay, so your football knowledge is limited then in such. Which other
Yeah, so
team you support outside of Jamaica?
me like the Ghana from over there, so main team that me like Burkina Faso. Coming
Yo.
to Europe, me like Croatia. The Croats them now. All right, so me always are showing a certain vibe, but any country will take part in enslaving or slaving our people.
Jesus.
I know them country that will get our support. Yeah, it may sound like a joke to you, but I know them country there. So far I know of Croatia involved in a like enslaving or slaving our people. So me really like how Mr. Croatia, build from 98 there
Mhm.
and become one of the dominant force in a world football. So yeah, you're not gonna hear no Germany and no Argentina come from my mouth. Yeah, when we had the picnic still, Maradona was one of my ball of them. Pele, I think when I start my journey on earth, I think Pele maybe did retire a year after I'm born or maybe a year before, something like that. So yeah. But as we take on maturity and forward now, yeah, me have Pele as my leading baller and then
So you know
Ronaldinho.
okay, come and say you know graduate from Pele and no.
No, we're not gonna graduate from we
No,
can't
not
graduate
graduate.
from
Like them
this.
members say them player they on one thing by themselves, like the Mount Rushmore, you know what I mean? Like me feel say them players they on some legendary status where anybody when they rate them ball they are just some haters because they're just that
Yeah,
good. You know what I mean?
yeah. So the Pele, the Ronaldinho, the Diego out there. We have Tapa with more out there. We have the same. It's just a pity say. You see, sometimes I think say even if you don't have nothing where you can, if no herbs not there where you can just blend up and get rid of the indiscipline out of some of them baller. You see, if Walter never make that thing, they run in pan him. So I could say if him did have like proper structure around him. Walter would up there with Ronaldinho and Pele.
You feel so? You think Walter would be that good? Damn.
No think, man, no.
Damn.
But because not the little thing, but the major thing when you're in discipline. And no one around here now tell you, say, go at the people, them training, listen to what the coach must say. Everyone around him must say, God. No. No,
People
no,
hit
no,
the
no,
like
no,
button,
no.
people. Babatunde is Babatunde in the place now. So you know say Babatunde play by Max Link up and JPSM
So,
Suja and JPS give him 5 minutes as well. Big up yourself.
what me have to say now is that, and I'm going to say it to the younger baller them all the time because I still use that Pearl Youth as a little reference, but me can't left out the indiscipline part. Me say again, Wayne Rooney, Dwight York, where's over there them times? We've had a big baller rain them time. No good as Walter in terms of skill, but what? Them man they good with discipline. Plus them with a talent, them maximize that and become billionaire out of the football. Where Walter earn. They used to have a youth named Paul with one voice they come like Space Tsunami. When that walk in at the stadium man and see Blacker walk out, that stand up and say, God, Rene, the God is here. Rene, the God is here. You can see down on Nannyville bottom of here. Well, not bottom, but the foundation of here. The man voice in at the stadium. But that man would never tell Walter, say, yo, cut the damn garbage out and gather on the people them training. Listen to the coach. They go out for the party in
Brother,
business.
God not train. I think God train.
Eh?
God not train. God's don't train. Gods are gods, man.
Yeah,
Walter not
but
good to be Ronaldo. No behavior still good. So
as I say, it still hurt. This is so much our talent them not maximize pan where them could have maximized pan because of that indiscipline something. And if you don't have a proper female in your life, it does worse same as if it is a cursing type of female you're there with, you're in a problem. Cause you're not here said don't go
come like a
party, don't hurt
BSRPO,
me.
you like a BSRPO watching them.
Hey, Mama told you, come on, swinging this evening,
Remember pause it and say, heal up to the PIA movement, SERPI, and the entire politics watch organization, the movement, the force, the wicked can't stop it, man. So large up to the PIA, yeah. And that's why I always say the vulture squad them just can't keep circling because the scraps them there for them. Yeah. Tough Nation, two locks and curly locks is more than a few locks. All of the other good ones, them we are do good for Earth. Yeah. Larger. Yes, I. Some of us say.
When you come on, a be a pot cover me a lick off,
Yet we ever start licking the phone, them with a mash up.
Right.
A big one, yes.
Me just say like you had to talk close to your pot. And then cook.
This of September. Hey, so if you ever organize that thing at the right way or vision it, that's why I say me have to link with Conrad because we want that stadium there in September. We want solo.
So you go help Conrad full stadium now.
No, me no work for free now.
Jesus Christ, me never ask if you go work. Yo, people.
No, wait, no.
But Babatunde have him contract laid out already, people. Babatunde say, that's why we need to link with Conrad for September because stadium have to full out.
We want.
And he no work for free. Babatunde say, I no work for free neither.
We want people there in that stadium there from the night before. We want to bring back the 98 in it before.
Yo, I saw. Me can see Babatunde go sell this to Conrad, Yo, Conrad, me want have people in the stadium for me night before. You talk about have them for the game day. Me talk about have them in here for tomorrow night.
Yeah, so when we say no and when we say people in the stadium, we're not talking about the ICs them now or the business people them now. We are talking about supporters. We pay for coming for come.
So one them people don't have life and other things to do. We're gonna spend one whole night in a stadium before match tomorrow. We asked right now, Babatunde them serve we bust your bubble, but it's not realistic.
No, that's not true. 97, 96, 98, I lead up the so. The people them we are supported at work, a working class.
Them time the people are using outside toilet. Now people toilet are flush, brother. What you're saying to me is very vintage. That's a vintage approach to get people to go sit in the national stadium the night from before. Yeah.
Yes, yellow.
Come on, go ahead.
Yeah.
Jeffy, go ahead. Sorry.
Greetings.
Go on.
Yes, I
go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah.
May I say go on ask your question because want to talk about a little about the history of Jamaica football as a youth growing up and go ahead your question.
It's right here somebody go to it, but maybe not as far as you going to go. But that's okay. I wanted to ask Baba about the 1998 support because I was a youth then. I remember some things, but I can't remember what the support was like. If the masses started to support right at the beginning of the campaign, or people jump in the middle, or it was mostly at the end when we realized, yo, this thing is possible. Because we hear so much conflict stories regarding that.
All right, so the brain not going to be satisfied with what it is about to hear. So when the campaign start, it never starts without the crowd support. It fall off in the middle and catch up forward now and then just roll out massively. So I could go through the definition of the eras now. When the guy come up with the vision that this guy our name Horace Burrell, he never just sell it to the bush and the ants and the lizard and the tiger and the cat. He sell it to the masses of the people. There was no parish where was left out. Because what? Them take on it in such a way that every parish can see the ball of them. When training are going, so training will go on a Negril for one whole week. Then it gone a Mobile. Then it gone a Trelawney. Then it gone a Girlchester. Then it gone a St. Thomas, it's a Bogo Parish. Yeah, St. Thomas, aka Bogo Parish, that's what I call it. Portland gets some of it. St. Mary gets some of it. So, where I have vision now, when you build a house, your foundation is going to be a determining factor into how strong that house is or how weak. So if I see a template to work in a earth, as a youth where I work with him brain, I couldn't put that aside and say that I'm 98 now at 2024. Because what? Our ancestors tell us all the time, if you don't know your past, you will never know your present and you will never know where you're going, aka future. So Mr. Rodney Basil Price did put in our song, said them never study the past, so them don't know the future. So when I cite that template, they know and experience the template now, because I used to do it. That's why I say September we're supposed to have the stadium. Yeah, tickets supposed to run out and people are trying to scale the thing. 98 when ticket done, you have more people outside that try come in than inside. Yeah. And them have to stop the game some of the time.
So you talk right now, Baba Tunde, sound like you will walk for a town go Mobile, you know.
No, that's not impossible.
but
brother,
messing up.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Baba.
Yeah.
And so we are going to go down to memory lane now. Flavor Max, JT, my first encounter with a football match in the National Stadium was 1991. You hear me? As a youth, my uncle, you give a background. Rudy Lindvall Dixon is my cousin. He's from Old Harbour Bay. He represented Jamaica. He didn't get to play in the 98 World Cup because he was really a stalwart for Jamaica. That he got injured. He was taken to the World Cup still. Right? But 1991, Baba, Jamaica versus Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean Cup finals in the National Stadium. I remember 27,000 people were in the stadium. Let me repeat, 27,000 people in that Caribbean Cup final. Baba can tell you that those days we had the Shell Cup. And here what now? I remember in order for me to get into the stadium, I was sitting on the neck of my uncle. And because we are forced to get in, I get a rapid licking on my forehead to gate number 7 on the beaches. I mean, I tell you, I was about 8 or 9 years old at the time. And I didn't understand much, but I could tell you this. R.T. Davis, Winston Allen, those are our general. Then time we up against the Stern Jack, Russell Latter. And let me tell you, we beat them 2-0 in the National Stadium. Let me tell you this. You're talking about the Mexican wave, maybe we got it from them, but the stadium was in a frenzy.
Yeah, around that time we did do the Mexican wave too, you know, because it was becoming a thing.
Yeah, but look here. Yeah, man, JT, this was 92 before we make it to World Cup, you know. May I talk about when I talk about the history of Caribbean football, you know. Whenever Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago play, you know, we always get the better.
But let's keep it a little bit close to. Let's keep it a little bit close to now, though. Because
bring it come now. Well, I man will go through the memory lane. Now bring it come now. You see when It's when we start that campaign for the World Cup 98. I'm going to tell you this. Every single Readiness ensured that every single football players in his squad had an endorsement deal. He went length, breadth, and depth across Jamaica to ensure that he got corporate Jamaica involved. I remember Linval Dixon, he was sponsored by Juicy Patty. I don't know if Flavor Max remember those days and Baba. Every single player on that
I
team.
do. I do.
So what I'm saying at the time, Walter Boyd was getting somewhere about 250,000 off endorsement alone, my brother. JT, you hear me? 250,000 at the time. Flavor Max can tell you, could I buy perhaps a Range Rover? A whole heap of money then time the family. So where me I got is that we had the formula to ensure that our players, because René says he didn't want football to be a side thing for Jamaica. I wanted it to be their profession. So he went abroad, length and breadth to get sponsors. So I mean, you can drop the now.
Max,
Yeah.
are you
Okay.
time for
So
responding?
no, the reason why I asked the question, and because we all want the stadium to jam pack. And sometimes when I hear people talk, it's like regardless of what, we expect people to come. But I know back the little I can remember, it wasn't just match of playing people come. There was some level of marketing and buzz surrounded the campaign at that time. And it wasn't just okay, Jamaica playing, so you should and you must come. And I mean, it's a little bit more difficult now because people have more things to choose from to do with their time. Um, I don't think people will just turn up to watch football because Jamaica play. So that's why I wanted to revisit the reason why, because I can remember 30,000 or more strong people in the national stadium. So I wanted to revisit that to see what worked and why. Because I know it wasn't just Jamaica playing, let's go. It was something else. And as I say, I remember the players, yes, they were sponsored by Captain's Bread too and Juicy Party.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just say, Baba Tune, why can't they use that template? Not all, because it's 2024 now, so not everything will work. But I know something can still work. Even the song. I mean,
Because
probably. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so one of the things why it don't work yet because they have not. What I see they're doing is that they fling with the past, trying to attain success for the present and in the future. That's not a possibility. Anytime you're taking on a journey, all you have to do is just look where your ancestors do. They are mastered before, that's why we there now, because they set that foundation. All you have to do is just step into. So if when I talk to Conrad and think if him see the vision where I see, yeah man, they're going to have to put up some big screens around us stadium there, because September it's overfull. Anytime you do not know, you know have a component where people can, a tangible component, where people can touch, feel, and see, and hear, yeah, you're not going to really attain that level of success there. So,
And
the sound, the music is one of the component we did it for us in 98. And when you say music now, we're not talking about the trap shit. We're talking about keys and chords. Music will have energy, bass, authentic dancehall and reggae music, not the trap shit. So, once them take it on now and push it, yeah, that people gravitate to everything that's good. Once you promote it now, yeah, and we can cite example of that. 876 and whoever else with the Premier League, Chris and him team over there. So yeah, good job. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
the template set for 98. We just take it up and dust it off, incorporate it with what we want, some new energy, new thing now, and keep the foundation and we're good. We're going another story up now. So we're about 9 story up, and we just build upon that. Success is a must.
Baba, JT.
Yeah.
The date was November 17, 1996. You remember that date? November 17, 1996. We beat Mexico at the National Stadium. You know what? I remember the advert vividly. I remember TV advertisement, radio. I can tell you this, JT. It says, "Team in El Toro. It's time to beat the bull." This is Mexico they're talking about, you know. So Mexico had beaten us in Mexico. Now, the next leg, now they came to the National Stadium, my brother. And it was 35,000 strong. If you don't believe me, research it. 35,000 strong in the National Stadium. Pack cover everything. It's when Ian Pepe Goodis scored that header in the 82nd minute. Let me tell you, man. I tell you where I live. I didn't get to go to the match. I was watching it live on TV.
Yeah, man.
But where I live, at the whole Harbour bypass at the time, you see vehicle and buses are passed and highway everywhere.
What me have to go do is, you know, you see, yeah, what now?
Jesse, the bypass did make them at that already? Them time?
Oh, no, not the bypass there. So not the Usain Bolt highway I'm referring to. So what they had to do through Old Harbour, so they traveling, as you know, Old Harbour side.
When I do this Flavor Max and sitting there. You may say, no man, me have to go and one show name History. One history show. One night. Because remember, you know, we have a bunch of other channels too, you know. We're streaming.
Sorry.
So you see, you know, JPS, we have we have Gold Rush UK as well. You can talk for your 30 hour. We may have a talk here. Because we don't know the history.
Yeah, man.
We don't know the history. Them thing them love listen when we do work, but because the fans them there, some people say John Wood. Them money are gone back at Old Harbour 1996. When I tell you sidewalk now there.
No, yeah, listen, there's a man like the history, you know. So this is like me in a candy shop, you know. So yeah, shows here, man, because there's some people who know the history too. Because if you don't know where you come from. And for me, it make the present sweeter for me. Because sometimes when me want to get back the buzz,
how can a person really think about your past experience and connect emotionally with the moment as much as you? It's not easy. It's just like we there and them say, yo, 30 people dead down in Afghanistan today. It's like those are real people. But because we can't picture the actual place, the environment, other than just the imagery we saw on TV. You see me? I say, so that's how I think about it. It's like what gets us going. If you think about subconscious and propaganda and how people and what they call, you know, attention span, you have to know how you give people information these days. You know what I realized?
That's true. That's true.
I've been doing a check where watching the Euros this year was so different. It's so different because I'm on my phone as well. And I stopped and I thought, I said, whoa, this is where we got hooked to the football early, where we didn't have cell phones. We just wanted to go outside and be good at whatever we were doing. When you have your phone, you're like, bro, me not even need to talk to people. Brother, when you talk to me, dog, me have my phone. Like, me have my phone. Like, you know, when you have a phone, you don't need no friend. So I realized, like, even just watching the Euros, the impact of the cell phone. Because when we run into my other cell phone mashup, this cell phone is the one that connect to this. Like, sometimes people call me at 4 in the morning my time. JT, you live? I said, no, dog. Like, I'm actually sleeping, bro.
So, JT, I have a question for you. Where do you want us to take the show tonight? Because
I kind of see what the fans are chirping on. And sometimes one statement or one comment sometimes just take the show in the right direction. Because whatever the fans are saying is But when we go off on our own little field trip, you know, it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, then it's off. It's off. Everybody might not want to go on outdoor trips. So I'm going to give a ball a kick. Then I say, Jamaica give Mexico the hardest fight as a Caribbean team. So L3, no reggae boys. But Mexico is also the team where every time our expectations were super high going to play them, they really put us back down to earth very quickly. That's what I think about the Mexicans. They always let us realize that Jamaica, you're still playing Mexico. Like they just have that little magic goal somewhere tucked away, ready to just wait till 86 minutes on the clock. Jamaica scrambling to hold on to possession. Cross coming to the box. Oh, and it falls at the feet at the Mexican, and it's a goal. I've seen that image over and over. I want to see Jamaica play at Mexico in a way where we play the United States without Demara Gray. That's without Demara Gray. So with a Demara Gray back, I expect Jamaica to look much different. I think Jamaica is gonna be up for it. We have a better team. As they said, Coach Jaime Grimsey tends to coach up the team better to play better teams.
Well, me have a team. I have a team where I like him play and a formation to get that result and that play, JT.
Yeah, man. As what Issa Allen say, yo, them, you know them little boy there, will love hype up themselves, and you just give them a conk and say, easy, at that Mexico always do it. and that's reality. People don't want to hear that, but that's what Mexico does to Jamaica. We just get pumped up, like we start going to the gym for 2 weeks, and then when they're at the gym, like, and yeah, some steroids pill, poop, poop, and we run
But I
up
don't
on
think they
them.
like play with still.
Yeah, because we're unpredictable, but I don't think they mind playing us because they actually feel like they can beat us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like we playing Guatemala. Even when Guatemala is getting good, we feel like we should be beating Guatemala. Yeah, JT, but L3 no is a dogfight. They know it's gonna be physical. Mexico don't like play Jamaica when start to play physical. Yeah, and that's where our fears come in for Damian Lowe at the center at the CDM position. That just led into the part of the show where we need to go into.
So JT, me have 11. And more you and Babatuni and even and JC for criticize 11 because
Guess what? But guys,
this is 11 that I would like to see out there.
yeah, me go listen to no a bit here. People, I'm here. I'm just gonna be listening to these guys as well. I already put in 2 hours, so now I can do some listening. So go ahead, guys, and do your thing. You know to keep it respectful.
So Mr. Gale and Babatune, tell me one thing about that 11. Because yes, it's a tournament, but I want us to go and I want us to play football. I don't want us just to hang on and look scrappy looking for results. I want us to play. Even if we lose the game at 1-0 but we look the part. Our best players, bar a few. So at number 9, I will play Bowser. On the left, Demari Gray, and the right, Cephas. In the middle, Lati Body at the 6, Bobby Reed at the 8, box to box, and Palmer in front of them. On the left, Greg Lee, in the middle, Pinnock, Hector, and the right, Lamborghini. Why can't that 11 play football and not we trying to hang on and scrap and actually play football? What's the problem with that 11?
All right. So I as a coach, I'm
Yes.
interested in looking good and lose. I know in that's part of the subscription part, the non-talk. I am interested in going out, competing according to how I have prepared, or according to the infrastructure available to facilitate proper preparation. I must compete at that standard. If my preparation was substandard, I don't expect to compete above my preparation level. So let us say the administration straight and provide all of the straight things them for me, so I can prepare my team properly. I come out for exhibit excellent ball playing and excellent skill. And of course tell my baller them and just have fun with it, do the right thing, play according to how we train. And yeah, I got triumph. Sometimes we may not get the triumph, but we get a draw, but me not look good and lose. Now, my 11, we know more about the local base them than the other youth them from England. So my starting 11, I have Kahim and Bowser on the forward line there. And Antonio never start. I'm going to bring him on because I think him give you a better levels that currently at this point. In performance is not up to standard when him start. When him just come in at the squad, him give us, more impetus. I'm not sure what is going on, if him injured or him unhappy or if everything all right at the yard, if wife issues are coming at the thing or whatever. But I would have bring him on. I would have also look to see how I'm going to use Richard King now to help the team maximize from the attacking power. So those are some of the factors that I keep in brain when I prepare my team. But as I say, Antonio, what's Antonio? Not what's. I wouldn't start him now. I would have more bring him on and make him run at them forward there when them get lethargic and things are done. So that's kind of how I would have do that. And I want to heal up this bridging I call Lige heal up youth. Heal up. Very good analysis for the football, very good commentary, and yeah, most of the time you have it spot on. So Lige, Babatun there, heal up, sir. Over to you.
So Flavor Box. Yeah, I'm here, man. Flavor Box. You did outline a squad just now. What formation you using?
All right.
That was a forge.
Oh, I know my question up. All right, sorry, go on.
Jamaica don't play good with 4-3-3. Jamaica wouldn't be able to match up with Mexico. But when you look at our players individually, these are elite players, In that 11, all the players are playing at not the highest level, but high enough level to understand football and to be able to go out there and put in a job for us to look good or possible beat Mexico. Because I think sometimes too, we're going to play a Mexico and we go with a mindset where, Mexico, once we see the green and we hear the M in Mexico, we are already defeated. I refuse to enter a match feeling like that. And I have to overcomplicate things because it's Mexico. We have 11 players. Those 11 players that I call out are level good, proper players playing in some of the top leagues in the world. I don't think all of it, Mexico players are playing at the highest level. Most of them, well, not most, I don't really know. But some of them are playing their football in Mexico as well.
So you got I didn't hear the formation. So did you say 4-3-3?
4-3-3.
Okay, and Babatunde, the way did say you?
Yeah, I would have used all right. So my thing of always is different.
Yeah.
So anytime I prepare a team, my midfield is more of what we're going to cause the problems for the enemy. but the opponents can't know. And I know Mexico, I listen to it and think, I don't know if coach, I don't know if I don't think me influential that much for inspire Coach Algrim so for shift up things a little. But I would use 4 forward. Listen carefully now. The primary function of 2 of my forward would be your first role and responsibility would be as midfielder. But anytime I prepare my baller, then I prepare them for play more than one area upon the field. So we're going to use 2 on the midfield. For them function is that when we have the ball, when we are in attacking mode, then become forward. Whenever we don't have the football, their primary role is to defend. So I know I have my 2 marquee forwards, my 2 baller, them I know say them want to play post to post. One of the things we know in terms of the Reggae Kings, the forward them have to do too much work outside of the 18. My forward them not play outside of the 18 unless I switch up the instruction. So you play from post to post. Move over to the right side of the penalty or the 6-yard box. Move over to the left side. Roaming at the 18. When I want my forward of your chase ball on the flank. However, now though, listen ballers out there now. There is some time within that game that it's going to call for my forward to go out on the corner flank to go receive a pass from the wide midfield. When we do things like that now, we know so when midfielders now become forward because we're forward have to go out wide to create play. Yeah. So midfield have to overstand that they can no longer be static at the middle of the pitch like them are statue. They have to advance in attack. And I would have specific instructions for Kaheem Dixon. I want him save all of that Shelly and Fraser and Sherika Jackson energy to when him ready for run at boy dead. Physically, pitch over and dead. When them see the lightning and skillful speed that come at them. When Kaheem go on the field, him now get that service into the 18-yard box. So he finds him have to do too much work. That last match where him play in the WCQ was a much better game. So I would have built him on that. And just make him know, say, just have fun doing the right thing. We have to drill in our brain now the way I'm supposed to do when we don't have the football also. And what I'm supposed to do when we have the football. Over to you.
Okay. All right. So coming up against this Mexican team, I think the coach's intention is not to concede many goals. So I feel as if he's going to maybe play a 3-5-2.
Yeah.
Or he's going to play, or he could perhaps play a 4-4-2 like what he tried, or he did in the Dominica game. And why I feel that way is that he wants to explore, in my opinion, having both Boza and Mikel Antonio on the field at the same time, up top. But if he plays the 4-4-2 again, in attack, that's our mode. But when we're defending, it becomes a 5-4-1. So we compact the midfield, playing that low block, mid to low block, to ensure we try to suffocate them as much as possible in the middle. So you'd have Boza is going to be that player roaming up top, and Mikel will come back down to help support the midfield in defense. And I think he's going to try to stay behind the ball as best as possible. And perhaps catch his mix and come with our full back overlapping and creating those half space in those lanes, and perhaps use Bobby Reed sometime as an inverted winger. So he cut inside and helps to create that play while Mikel run wide and Boza run straight at the center back. I don't think Kaim is going to start in this match. Not because Kaim is not ready, because I think Kaim is ready for any moment. But I just feel like the coach is going to go with a more experienced squad for this Mexico game. So with that being said, I have a feeling that these are the 11 players he's going to play. Naturally, Waite is going to be in the goal again. He's going to have Hector, Ethan Pinnock, 2 centre back here. So Deshaun, he's gonna play Deshaun Bernard for the third, in my opinion, if he's playing at right the back. So Deshaun Bernard, Hector, Ethan Pinnock, Lemba Kisa, and Gregory as a fullback. And then the next 3 players in the middle. I just feel that he's going to play like a triangle in the middle. So we have 2 at the base, like somewhat like a double pivot. And I think he's going to give a guy named Lati and Nanalo those 2 pivot roles to play. And he's going to play.
So yeah, start Damian Low.
I'm going to start Nanalo. And JT, Flavor Max, and Baba Tunde. The statistics is there. In Nanalo, last 3 games against Mexico, you got 2 cards. You got a red card and you got a yellow. Yes, yeah. I'm aware of the cards. But I think if we can use Nanalo as a screener to the back 4, so when we attack,
so you're not afraid. You're not afraid he picks up another card in this game.
That's a good question. But here what we're going to need. We're going to need a player of Nana's caliber to attack these Mexicans and rough them up. But the only thing I need from Nana is to be very disciplined in tackling. So he's not going to run out of position.
Because my problem is, with Nana, even when him tackle the man and get the ball, him still fall.
Yeah, but you're right. But my question to you...
I don't think he can last for a whole tournament.
No. So we're not going to play him for the entire match. I feel that if he can give us a good shit for the first 45 minutes, and why I'm picking it this way, I just think we're going with experience against this Mexico team. So I feel he's going to now have Bobby Reed in that number 10 role. So all the 5 is going to play in the 2 fullbacks. The next 3 now, I think he's going to play Nana and Lati, and then Bobby at the top of the triangle, and then you have Bowser and Mikel Antonio. I feel that is going to be the start.
That's not a bad team. No? That is actually closer to what I think he will do. But the thing with that is, it's going to be a hard, grafting, static, hard to watch football.
Yeah.
That's what I don't want to see.
Grinding teeth.
Because I'm grimy, hard, rough, climbing mountain, just a work man like him. And that is what I really don't want to see. Yeah. And I don't want to see that. I want us to be a little bit more.
But you know what's funny though? You asked Baba Tunde what was his formation, and he went off and told us an elaborate scheme of how he would play, but I don't hear what formation that is.
All right, so I did say that the formation would be done in such a way that our tactics and strategy makes it difficult for the enemy or the opponent.
But think about this, Baba Tunde. We're going to war. And the general is telling us that listen, our tactics and strategy.
On the formation. So
what formation you line up the soldier them in?
A 4-3-3, but like I say, I'm going to use
4 striker.
2 forward. So their primary function is going to be midfield. And I'm going to have 1 out of that 3 standing right in that D. His responsibility, don't move nowhere but from left post to right post. Just preserving all the energy. So when he pick up that football, Anything stand up in the way dead. So yeah, that's my line.
So, with that being said, though, Baba,
Yeah.
my challenge with the 4-3-3 is
Mm-hmm.
that if we play that 4-3-3, we won't be playing with any fullback because and our fullbacks, we are going to have this. That's our strength. Our strength is down the flanks with our speed and strength
Mm-hmm.
and get those long ball over on the counters, having Bowser running with his speed. And I would like to see in their training sessions they're putting in more crosses or set pieces. And why? The Mexicans are generally shorter in stature.
All right.
We're taller than them. So I think
Good.
we're gonna
Good.
play to our strength.
That doesn't really work
Yeah,
against the
that's a good
Mexicans.
observation.
But
However,
why you
Yeah.
think that eliminate the
part of
fullbacks
the
though? I don't understand.
No.
wait
Oh,
the flavor. Just
all right.
remember,
All
so
right.
you bring up that point about the fullback. So
Yes.
one of the thing, and as I gradually study this Mexican thing, I can't tell you my listeners and viewers that when Babaton don't know everything about the team we're going to face. But one of
Mhm.
their strengths I have discerned is that they come through the middle a lot. You can tell me
That's
if I'm
right.
true or not. Yeah, so
That's true.
if me started 4 defender, 5 midfielder, and 1 forward,
Yes.
but remember the 2 of my midfielder is them have decoy roles or double responsibilities depending on
Yeah.
where the part of the football they're in the game. That no means say that I got 13 I go all the way for the 100 minutes or the 90 minutes. No,
Mm-hmm.
me stuck in a formation as a coach. Me not have that weakness there. We work,
Yeah.
we able to work on the day to make sure me triumphant. As long as it's not immoral or anything negative, that going to work. So me I start and every second of the game I assess, me have my assistant, me have
So
my
that
other
means that
PG.
you kind of make up your formation along the way. You start up, but that's no problem. You said you would start off a 4-4-3-3, and then along the way you make up how you want the team
No,
to play.
no. Me have a 4 defense unit. Me have a 3 forward, but as me say, 5 ball are going to be into that middle of the pitch.
Hmm.
2 out of that 5 overstand that when we have the football, their primary role is now to attack. When we don't have the football, they have to come forward in midfield and push the enemy to the flank. Copy?
Over and out.
All right. Go on through now, flavor.
But I ask Mr. Gale why playing a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-1, 4-2-3-1, why that will eliminate the fullbacks. Because the reason why me want my team to set up like that, I think our pace is what will give them problem. Because I want to play a little bit of retaining the ball, but hit on the counter. Right there, I want the team to play. Because I think we have the players to do that. I think Cephas and Demar Gray is the two players that are going to give them problem with their pace. And with Bowser uh, scoring goal for fun now. So
Uh,
so uh, yeah, that is the reason why I choose these players because I think that's where we're gonna hurt them. Right here. Up front, but in the middle is some players that I think can retain the ball with Palmer and Bobby Reed right there. And it can be between Latibo there and Low right there. It's a toss up between those two players. Yeah.
yeah. All right. So first with the 4-3-3. If we play 4-3-3, you're saying that we're going to play a flat four at the back. I want to get it clear.
A flat four. Yes, a flat four.
All right. All right. So if we play a flat four, then it means in the middle we're not going to have any fullback. What it means is that you're going to know of either a triangle in the middle there, triangle, both inverted triangle or the other way. So you have two at the base, one at the top, or one at the base and two at the top. So we would not be attacking on the wings as much with the 4-3-3. Because if you have a flat back four, say for example, one of those, the left back, for example, attack. I don't think we're disciplined enough for the right back to stay and help form a back four while the left back progress move forward.
Right there, Miss again, I'm not stopping you. But you see that what you just say? We don't discipline enough. I can't play my football and say my player is not disciplined enough. You have to be disciplined. I'm not going to make excuse for that right there. You're a professional. You have to be disciplined and play by the instruction. Continue.
You're perfectly right. If we're disciplined enough, that I can see where the 4-2-3-1 would better, because then that would give us more coverage defensively. But my problem is this, because we don't tend to retain the ball that little. If, say, for example, we play Greg Lay on the right, and Greg Lay is speeding up on the flank. Now, I don't know if Latibo there is going to be able to sit into Greg Lay's position, which creates now you have to end up having those two other midfielders to actually either sit back or one on the attack while one of them doing a double pivot, so he's up and down moving. My problem with that is that because the Mexican moves the ball so quick, it can create an isolation to overload in our middle if we're not disciplined enough and we're running out of space and all over the place. So I would rather to have that compact midfield, so whereby we close off the middle area. I agree with Baba by pushing them to the wings, but we don't want them in the middle of the play. Use our strength and physicality and get them to constantly going wide. And hopefully we can win those head balls, the crosses in the box per se. But I just don't. You're right. It should reach a stage where we can trust them. But I've seen it in 2 games so far, where we play 2 lesser opponents in Denmark and Dominica. And in all honesty, we never really controlled the middle of the park per se. We weren't disciplined enough to ensure that we're closing those gaps and those space. That is my challenge with the formation. Not saying it can't work, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, only because I want to see,
Because Argentina on the screen there, Argentina plays a 4-1-2-1-2.
Yes. But here what the problem now with that. The good thing with that, JT, they're all ball handlers.
Mm-hmm.
So you see with Argentina, all of their defender can move the ball from the back. So you have a Telefiga who plays left back, he can move it. A Molina who plays right back, he can move the ball. Then the work that the Paul does in the middle, him and Enzo as a double pivot, it allows a McAllister to create more player or Messi, while Alvarez and Martinez actually doing that high press. So Messi's work is less. All Messi needs to do is to screen the midfielder. But I know we can do that high press up front with Bowser and Mikhail. But my major problem is what happens in the middle of the field. And Flavor Max and Baba, in the last 2 matches, I never like what I see in the middle. And I just feel as if this coach is going to be so cautious. Sit behind the ball, soak up the pressure, try to hold out the Mexican as long as we can, hit them on the counter. And they're going to be honest with you, I'll be happy with that. You know why? Based on how I see the Euros, I don't want to drift too much away from it. Based on how I see what is happening in the Euros right now, look at what Austria did to France yesterday. Look at what the team named like Portugal just basically beat today 2-1.
The Czech Republic.
What was that team? Yes, Czech Republic. What they did, they keep that low block, they sit behind the ball, they defend stoutly, and soak up the pressure and then advance. I think that is the type of ball game he's going to play. Algrimson because he's very fearful of getting a 3-0, a 2-0, or 4-0. He's not going to expose it.
But at least if we're going to do that, then Mr. Gill, at least give us two outlets. I don't want to see Boza and at least give us pace on the left and pace on the right. Give us Cephas and give us Demar as outlet. Because we don't want to just soak up the pressure. And when we get the ball, we are not using our strength to hurt them on the counter. If we're going to play like.
I don't think he's going to play Demarai Gray starting because I don't think he's 100% fit. So I think Demarai Gray might come on in the second half if he can go. Because remember, it was a very nasty injury that he get, and this is going to be a very physical game. So I think Demarai will come on in the second half.
Mm. So we'll look at we're steering down the barrel of Antonio and Bowser then.
I just feel that he rested Antonio. He rested Antonio from the last encounter, even though they say he had some engagement to come back big on this one. He's going to start Antonio in this Mexican encounter because of his physicality and his strength. And I think he's going to start. I think he's going to start Bowser as well. I think he's going to go to 4-4-2. 4-4-2, which changed into 4-5-1. But I'm going to be frank with you both, or all three gentlemen. If we play the ugly game and don't get embarrassed, I'm happy. If we can get even one, if we play an ugly game and get a 1-0 victory over the Mexican, I think a one victory over the Mexican.
Man don't mind the ugly game. You don't mind the ugly game. Yeah? I don't like anything ugly, Mr. Gill, to be frank with you. My man. My eyes are weak to aesthetic, to be honest. I like when I'm aesthetically pleased, So being who I am, the ugly game is not for me.
So you want to see an exciting game where maybe game ending a 3-2 encounter?
No, it don't have to. It don't have to be like that. I just want when we have the ball, because I know we will have to do a lot of defending. But when we have the ball, we have to show what we can to do when we have the ball. I want to see that. I don't want we get the ball, lose it, go back and defend, scrappy, don't know what to do. No. String a few passes together, and if we have to use CFAs or Gray as the outlet and break fast and do something. I want to see something. I want to see something where we are planned for them too. The plan can't just to go down there with 6 or 7 defenders and defend and scrappy and lose 1-0 and say, okay, it's only 1-0. I don't want that. And if that happens, my mode is the first mode I will call here on JT program next day.
So Flavor Max, look at it this way.
Yeah.
We get a result out of the game regardless. For the first game, regardless of what. Get the result.
If we do it, we get a job. All right, we take that.
Get a result out of the game, but we can't take a defeat for the first one. And I don't know if JT had said it before. This coach will not play an attacking game. This coach, the Scandinavian. Look at it this way. Look how the Iceland, look how the Serbian, look how the Austrian, look how the East team play the games.
It don't have to be an attacking game, but I want you to be intentional going forward as well. Just as how you intentionally defending a certain way, I want you to go forward with intention. Doesn't mean you have to be attacking or to attack. No. That's not what I'm saying. But be intentional.
I feel that 4 points can take us through. And if we're lucky, 3 points can take us through. If we're lucky. In the sense that I want us to go to the next round. And going to the next round, I need to see we getting a result from the Mexico game.
All right, so look at us. All right, I have a slightly different vision. Or I look on it a slightly different way from what I had. When I coach or prepare a team, one of our main ingredients, that's something that Marcus gave a teach so much 100 years ago. You see, confidence in self, Rastafari call that confidence in self, is that self-confidence.
Right.
That's not left out of my training, man. That's a part of the training component. How me I prepare my team and me I think about what other team are. No. That's why I say in every team we need some what I call squad kickers. All right, my football lovers know. What is a squad kicker? You have some boy in a man in under scope. Them boy they kick it from anywhere on the pitch. And on see in this past Premier League, some ball beat on the target from way out of the 18, crash under the underside of the crossbar, the keeper flap and a fumble and a mumble. Them squad kickers, they clant it from anywhere, man. I don't know if that any of that in our national setup here. I say lower with some tendency to kick it. I don't know if any other coaches put him through a routine as a midfielder now if you know say all right when it come to you. Yeah man. Strengthen up yourself, man, and know say yeah, you have the feet and you have the strength. Just kick it on the target, man, away from the keeper. Yeah, I let the ball do the rest. So I now preparing a team for not losing and all of these things. And it no matter who me are facing on earth. Me not timid. Yeah, my team can't be no timid thing and because when me always say to my ball of them, the enemy them when I go face are the opponent. What's the difference between you and them? Them depend 2 foot and only in a wheelchair? No coach. If you no foot them chain up and for them one loose? No coach. You know tie round play with no hand behind you know for them one? No coach. Yeah. So after a while, my ball of them get the message. We don't work with fear in our earth, man. And that's why I always tell you, say you have to watch who you idolize, you know. Because when your idol become your opponent, what do? Kneel down and cry and bow and say, oh, your highness. No. So we have to prepare. And we have anyhow you play and anyhow you prepare, you cannot play above that. If your preparation is lackluster, just overstand say that will go on. If the ball of them hungry, you know, say you can't get the best out of them. So, providing that the administration known as the JFF do what they are to do and make sure the ball and the coach have all the way master. Yeah, I now seen a losing thing. The current setup, not sure who is going to be the final 11 that they put out there. But depending on what him put out there and whichever 11, then yeah, if him select and coordinate that right starting 11, then yes, we can achieve victory. I not going on a battle and look on the enemy as better than I. That's why we have something in the art of war named tactics and strategy. Strategy and tactics. And you have to know when is your key moments, when is to implement, when is to ease off. Study the opponents, see what their weak points are, and attack them viciously at their weakest points. Over to you.
So Baba, with that said, I have 2 questions for you. You talk about strategy and preparation and art of war. So question number 1. Based on the preparation that you have seen so far from the coach, the players, do you think they are ready for the Copa to get some favorable result? One. Two, based on what you have seen of the coach so far, do you think him have enough strategy and skill and to execute to get us some favorable results?
Question number one first. I am not happy with the level of preparation of the teams. It's a disgrace, really, to see that a country that produce great music, ska, reggae, positive dancehall, so great in the grand scheme of things. When you go out into the space, once people know you're a Jamaican, outside of New York, America, you're treated differently. Now, the level of preparation that is necessary to facilitate success and the Reggae Kings presenting themselves properly, I have not seen that. What I've seen the JFF do is to rely on ready-made things. So, for you to present yourself properly, you must prepare properly. And so, when you look at what's happening with the team and so on, no, they have not been sufficiently prepared. So, what the Jamaican or Jamaican administrations like to do, they like to cut everything short and then still expect to get the right results. As to whether, question number two, as to whether Coach Emir Al-Grims have the necessary tactics and strategy to bring us victory, yes, that can't materialize or manifest if the tools are not in place. In this case now, those people listening in and viewing, put on the dish in the kitchen, listen keenly, don't want to miss any part of this. The tools in this case is the players. And you when you're preparing, so there are a number of components now. So I know I when it comes to coaching, I don't really play. I rigid. You're rugged out there. That's what the football demand. So after you're rigid and rugged, you have to make sure that all of your ball are comfortable. You have to make sure also that every baller understand what their roles and responsibilities are. And now, so if you're going up against these quality teams, you have to make sure that you have a proper camp. One of the things I saw that became evident on June 6, Thursday 2024, inside the National Stadium, a certain cohesion and cohesiveness is still missing. A vital element that any team or any individual or group working to attain success must have. If that is missing, you are functioning at a deficit. So that is one of the levels now where we show people them say things are, and they provide the coach with all of the thing now we need. Yeah, of course him can get it done. So, that is one of the reasons I don't go calling for no coach to get fired. If they get all the infrastructure and everything that they demand and they're not doing a good job, then we can look at that. But as long as you don't provide an individual with all the necessary items needed to facilitate proper preparation, it would be a backward step to keep asking for things that is not effective. Over to you. Doing there? Where them there?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Mr. Here. Yeah, go on, shoot.
All right, so I like to bring the stats to the show. And we have not beaten Mexico in 7 years. Last time we beat Mexico was 2017. We beat them 1-0. Yes, we have had some close encounters with them, but since July 2017, we have not beaten them. The last time we played them was a 3-0 defeat in that World Cup. The match before that we played and we end up gave away the game when they end up drawing us 2-2. I think what will rest on Emir's mind perhaps is one of the last encounter we had with them when they beat us 3-0. And as such, I think he's going to be very cautious because he doesn't want that on his CV again. So if he plays unattractive football, I am not surprised. What I think I want most out of this is that positive result. And that will give us the momentum going into the Ecuador game with all the confidence, knowing that we have a solid chance of getting just a draw from the next two games. So if we beat Mexico 1-0, 2-0, or even draw with Mexico, it gives us even more chances of making it to the next round. And I think the deeper we go into this competition, the better for the nation in terms of we're going to play stronger opponents. Our boys are getting preparation for the continuation of the nation in September. Also, the young Karim, the King, and other players to be seen. Scouts will be there looking at these players. And I just feel as if that is approach. With regards to what Baba mentioned about you'll be there because you're eyewitnesses to most things happening, and you would have known as you spoke about the resources that it needed. I heard Dal Grimson made mention that the pitch, for example, or the fields need to be improved, the facilities need to be improved, and he was speaking about that not just that to attract players because he said that if we have good pitches or good fields, then players that they have contacted before perhaps should have made a decision just now because that's one of their concerns. So yes, I am not happy with the state of how things are. I don't know what part the government can play in helping to put forward. Now that Adidas is sponsoring the team, I don't know what financial resources or support we'll get in whatever it may be to ensure that we improve this. But I need to see us have a good Copa so we can hit under 50 ranking and also get more international games with these top teams. That would be my approach, and I think that's what is going to be Emir's approach. Make it to the next round, hit the under 50 ranking, get these teams to be looking at us when we ask for our invitation out, and I think that's the approach.
I think that's very
Over
possible.
to you, Chris.
I think that's very possible.
But
And you said something about I think I don't know if it's Favor Max who spoke about the importance of starting those two speed players. I keep saying for me, those two players has to be on the field, Damari Gray and Ronaldo Cephas. I believe I rather lose with my best players on the field than say what if they were out there, what would have happened? Let's put it out here and see if it works. If it doesn't work, you revert to what you want to. But I think this is where I want the coach to be aggressive and make those decisions.
yeah, if I don't get anything else, I want that because reason being, I just believe that having the speed on the left and on the right is more effective than having both Bose and Anthony on the field. That's just my opinion. Hmm?
Yeah, I agree with you. I would say, yeah.
Yeah, that is the reason why I want to see that. Um, I think he make the team more balanced too.
Antonio, Bo- Antonio Boza thing is just you just it looks confusing. You just don't know what's
And he
happening.
make the attack too narrow.
Yeah, because I still think that Boza hold up play is very slow as well. It's very slow. Like it kind of slows the team down when Boza chase down some ball. You ever notice?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Tell a lie still, you know. The only
Um,
thing I just true both are scoring up. And if a man has score, you have to give him the benefit of the doubt. But outside that scoring still, you know. Nah, tell a lie. So people are gonna beat me for this, but outside that scoring, I think both are for a lot, you know. But he's scoring.
Yes, that's the same way I feel. Remember, Boza went a year without scoring a goal for Jamaica. Is that Canada game he really opened it up. But I every game I go into with Jamaica, uh, I'm thinking about if there's a better striker, I'm starting him over Boza. I don't know if Boza hit his ceiling. I feel like I thought he had more in the tank, but I feel like he hit his ceiling when it comes on to his development.
mm,
He should have been a little for a bit further ahead. But I guess he's going back to Sparta Moscow now. Don't know how that is gonna work out. JT, what are your what opponents' strengths and weakness? What's their style of play? Okay, Mexico. You know, there's something as well. I heard you guys say that Mexico like to attack down the middle. Mexico tends to come down the flank against Jamaica at times, and they have this ball that they
And cut
switch,
back in.
and they switch this long ball across the field. They suck in your team to basically overload on one side, and then they switch the ball very quickly all the way across the field. I see that happen in every single game versus Jamaica. We have defended well against it, but it didn't work in the Gold Cup. Couple of those big switches. I think what Mexico is gonna do, they're gonna test our wing backs to see if Jamaica still have the same old problems, which are our right back. They see that the right back is holding up, I think they revert to coming down in the middle, try to open up that Jamaica defense. And if it doesn't happen that way, I expect them to start getting some diagonal, some balls coming into the box at an angle, just off the diamond, off the edge of the 18 to the sideline. That's like that danger area. I felt like in a few games, they had Greg Lee out of position in that area as well. So I'm looking for the Mexicans to attack in those ways. And I believe that for Jamaica and Mexico, there are always going to be opportunities on quick strikes. That's what Jamaica tries.
yeah. So you know that I don't know if you follow, even though they use him sometime at the centre back, Alvarez that plays in West Ham. You know that player, Alvarez that plays for West Ham. Sometimes Mexico was making some experiment in when they were now rebuilding their squad. Sometimes they use him in the centre back, sometimes they use him in the midfield. But he's really good on the ball, Alvarez. There's a player that they have who plays in Genoa at Genoa. His name is slipping me right now. As soon as I remember his name, I'll tell you. He plays at Genoa in Italy. Uh, very good on the ball as well. But the interesting thing that they need to look out for, Jimenez, I don't think Jimenez in the squad. Raul Jimenez is not in the squad this time. But there's a Alex Vega. He plays for Toluca. He plays as one of their attacking man. He's very efficient. He's very good. But the truth to be told, what I will tell you, that Mexico is coming out to dominate the game. The listeners, they're coming out to dominate the game. They're coming to win back the ball big time. They're going to be high pressing. They're going to be high pressing us because they like to play that. They press the attack, give us that, do those trigger press. And don't be surprised at times they do what they call a trap press. So they're waiting for us to make a mistake on the ball and move on to it. So, but they have the ability to switch the ball on either flanks. They're very agile team. They're very physical, even though they're small in body. They're going to try different things. But one interesting thing for the listeners too, in our last three encounters with Mexico, we gave away two penalties. One of them it was Nanalo. He got an actual red card in one of the games. But one of the positive things of Jamaica, in our last three encounters with them, when we drew two of those matches, we were the first team to score. So Jamaica has always been able to score early as in the first half, in the first 10 minutes. Leon Bailey scored a goal in 4 minutes against Bobby Reed, scored a beautiful strike from way out in the 7 minutes in one
Leon
of the matches.
Bailey.
But the challenge is this: we have always had problems holding on to the game, finishing the game. So we switch off close to the end of the first half, we switch off close to the end of regulation time. And because this Mexican team is always running, they're always trying to come back. Over to where is Coach Babatunde?
Yes, sir. All right, excellent summarization. There's something that I need to share with you. The enthusiast of the game called football, the listeners, and us, I and I as coaches and those who analyze the game and so on. Remember now that for those of you who may not know, there's a
Coach? JT, seems as if we lost one. JT, you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Seems as if we lost one. I'm
Yeah,
not
but he
sure.
needs to come back on his phone. He needs to return.
Is it Baba or Favor?
No, Clever Max is
Nah, man, that's Baba, man. Let run out that gas or charge or them thing. You know.
But
Yeah,
you know,
give me that
Favor
again.
Max, while we wait till he
Yeah,
gets back, there was a point you made earlier that I like.
which
We
one?
need to hit we need to hit Mexico with because I realize when we score on Mexico, it shake them up. So it shake them up
Yes.
to change their game plan. And I agree when you say we need to go out without fear and play our ball game with the speed of those wingers. I agree with that. So if
Yeah.
Damara is definitely fit, if he's fully fit, you're right. Maybe more than likely. I've seen him on the right, not in Jamaica. I've seen him when he was playing for Leicester, when he was playing for Everton. He plays
Mm-hmm.
on the right, he plays through the middle. So that could be an option if he's fully fit, while Cephas remains on the left.
And the left.
Yeah,
Because I'm telling you, exactly. The little that I've seen fasting. But Demar Gray is an elite player.
yeah,
But I think Cephas, especially, yes, I know they watch tape and everything, but watching is different from playing against it. I think
yeah.
on that big field, and it's a better surface, I really think Cephas is the X factor. I remember, you don't have to be the best player playing the best league to be an X factor. It's just you and your natural ability. And I think his pace is a factor and will be a factor. So can we play to his strength, which is his pace? No, I challenge the coach to do that, to set us up in a way to utilize our players' best attributes. And I'm specifically talking about him and his pace. in the game against which one of the Dominica team.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he missed some chances, but he was trouble. He was a problem for them.
Damn right. Yeah.
And yeah, man, and I've seen. I think it's the same game that you play, and even some of the games that we play against Mexico, our players get space to run. We will get the opportunity to run behind them. We always have space because them tend to push up and cross from the wing and overlap. But with C fast, they will be weary of that. I don't think they will be doing a lot of pushing up when they realize and figure out that this man is have some pace.
That's why
So I think he will
that's why he
also
has to
impact
be
how they play again. Hmm?
favor. That's why he has to be on the field for me. I need them
Yes,
to
because
take care of that problem.
yes, they will have to realize that you can't push up as we would like to push up because this man is spacey. So it will also have them reconsider what they want to do on the pitch as well.
So as you said that then. So if Damara Gray is fit and they decide to go with the two, defensively Damara doesn't give us a lot, and
Hmm.
Cephas doesn't give us a lot. So
Hmm.
I would expect then we now need to lock away the middle. Or if
I wouldn't
say
mind going with the double
Cephas,
pivot. I wouldn't mind,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
Marlon said favor match, Damrep and Mexico players are not on the same level.
What he just repeat that JT? JT.
No, he said flavor, flavor match. Damrep players and the Mexican players are not on the same level.
Yeah, that's true to what the listener is saying. But put it this way, this Mexican team is not the Mexican team of yesteryears. So we yes, the Mexican team has always been strong against us over the years. But I've seen over the last couple of times when we play them, with the exception of the 3-0 that they gave us the other day, we were always competitive against them. So in the Gold Cup, they beat us in the Gold Cup. I think it was the semi-finals. When we lost 3-0. That game was played in America. Um, with the exception of that game, we have been competitive with them over the last encounter. And I think they're rebuilding as well. That was the best chance for us to really attack them. But that's my personal take, but I just don't think the coach will do that. I think Flavor Max and Baba cut off, just me and JT.
Okay.
Mhm. But interestingly, we're back. He's back.
Sorry.
Yeah, man, flavor max is back.
Yeah. So what them said they are not the same team. No, they are not the same team. But Cephas is Cephas, and him still have the pace. And that's why it up to, as Babatunde was saying, to find way to out to get strategy for your players to outskill outthink your opponent. So we have the weapon, but we still have to get strategy how to use our weapon to the best of our ability. No matter which team are, he still have pace.
And piggybacking off that one, we need to remember that we earned the right to be at this Copa. We were not invited to Copa. We were qualified for the Copa,
True.
and we qualified handsomely. Remember, Canada and Costa Rica, the other two teams, they had to go and do a playoff to get here. So we played fairly well to get to this point. So we should not be quaking with fear or quivering right now. But go out there, play our ball game, and get the results. So yes, they're much a better opponent than Damrep, but we also have a lot of Arsenal in our team. So a lot of firepower who can create big moments. Let us bear in mind that some of our key players are coming back. We can
Yeah.
easily say Ethan Pinnock is one of the best centre back in the entire Premier League this season. We have Amari Bell who's going to get back fit. We have the Damari Gray who's going to be a part of the squad. We have Boza scoring. We have Young Haim scoring. So we have firepower too.
Yeah, man, we have firepower too. And I tell you what, I would even mind, because I said that I wouldn't mind then if we're going to do the double pivot. Put if Latibodier and Low and have Bobby Reed in front of them. I wouldn't mind that either. And just break with those three players up front. Break. Yeah, but
You're
then
right.
if we
And
play a scrappy, cool in defensive football, when we do that, I want us to break with intention. That's what I want to see. Exactly.
and the squad is deep to flavor max. I mean, we have if Nanandilo and Latibodier can give us their best 45 minutes, we have replacement. So this squad is going to be stronger than what we played in the qualifiers. This squad is going to be the longest together because we're going to have at least he has never had this Jamaican team play at least 2 to 3 weeks together before. So this is our best moment to gel. This is our best moment for our players to get back fit. This is the best moment to build that chemistry and that team spirit and go there and put on our best show.
Yeah, yeah. No, for real. That's why I'm going to look with a with keen eyes. Because you see, all of them think the way you say Mr. Gale is our best opportunity because it's our best time spent with the boys, best time to get them to gel. I want to see all of that on the field. Not asking for a
Mhm.
miracle, but I want to see the difference. Because
And
as I
and
said,
also too. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, because they say, yeah, we have the coach. This is probably the time when we have the players them the longest. So yeah, I want to see the difference.
We also have 5 changes. Use up them, utilize them. So if these players have to run to the ground and come off half time, the Anandilo, the Latibodier, whatever it may be, we have Keroy who can come on. We have the likes of KC Palmer. We have other players. We have Kaim. We know Kaim is going to come on and run at people. Alex Marshall didn't get enough time in the game that he got another opportunity. We have King.
Hmm.
We have King. So we have and King has played well in the matches that he played.
Yeah.
Yes.
King
Uh,
look good. Yeah.
One of the next
Eh,
thing we
you
have to
know,
set up
mhm.
is whosoever they put in front of us, we have to play. But that rep came in front of us. We got a win. We wanted more goals, but we saw the goals came out in Dominica game. And if we had put away our chances, they could have easily got 9. So I like that aspect of the game whereby we were creating chances in this Dominica game. We created chances. And as what you said earlier, if we can create our chances, create them. Do what we can do to score. But we're going to score against Mexico, I feel. I just feel like we're going to score against them.
Yeah, I mean, we have goal in us. We have goals in us. We have goals in us because we have quality players on the field. So yeah. Um, but you know what? The next thing that I'm concerned about the fitness of the team. Can
Fitness.
we give a good 90 minutes? Well, I hopping off and hop back on, yeah? I have to take off.
Yeah. While Flavor Max says that, JT,
Yeah.
we have 3 games in 8 days.
3 games in 8 days.
Yes. So we play Mexico. This what, Saturday? I
Okay.
think Sunday my time, Sunday morning my time, Saturday Jamaica time. Then we left from there and we play again. I think the 26th, which is Ecuador, and then on then the 1st of July we play Venezuela. So this is like a Premier League. You
Yeah,
play two matches in a week. So we
it's
play.
like a mini season.
That's right. So we're playing 3 games in those 8 days window span. So as Flavor Max before he jump past says that we need to be fit and ready. Now we can reason that if Ethan Pinnock is fit, that should not be a problem for him because he play like 2 matches per week in the Premier League. Damara Gray, if he's healthy, he plays 2 matches in the Pro League in Saudi. All our overseas based players play at least 2 games per week. So they're built for this. They're built for this. And these water breaks or fuel breaks will help us just the same. I just think we just need to just step up to the plate, step up to the moment. And that's why we have 5 changes for matches. Let us use our changes well. I don't think fitness will be a problem for us. We're physical, we're strong. I watched some games that we have played. We're going to fight it and go there with all Jamaica say. The moment we see a moment that we score a goal, that energy level is gone back to the top. So yes, it's a concern that we're going to play 3 matches in 8 days, but we're built for this, man. They're professionals.
Yeah. I agree. I know is I'm just wondering about the preparations.
So what I look at is this. As we say, coach our groups, the tactics is to go out there and not to lose. And you just said JT, even if you have to go out there, go parky bus him or go parky bus him. Then it take it probably. Now, in the terms of preparation and playing styles and what he's looking for, what I would say for Cephas, if he starts, while he goes on the flank, I want him to mix up a few things. Don't be predictable.
Mm.
Don't be predictable in your play. So sometimes you're going down the flank and you're going to try to come in the box. Sometimes you see try to cut in on the right, but he's weaker on the right. But I would say to Cephas, if the defender is gonna send you always wide, always gonna stay go side and send you wide. So your strength is that you're going to actually perhaps have to go down the flank. You're going to have to raise your head up. You're going to look to see if you can make a simple pass, or you're going to let to see you can beat that one defender. Because of your speed, you might be too quick for him. You might get a penalty inside the box. Or if you realize that you can't get it, don't force to play.
Yeah, you just need a
Don't
little
force
bit
to.
more composure from him in the
That's
final
right.
third.
That's right. That's right. Don't force to play. And I would say to Al Grimson, you're going to have someone perhaps going to have to play
But
close to
you know
Cephas.
what, though JPS, I thought Hal Grimson would have that was an area where he could have potentially helped Ronaldo Cephas just to get him to calm down a bit in that final third and understand that he can take a little bit more time or just work on his decision making. I don't know, there's a sports psychiatrist or psychologist in camp that should those I think those are areas because he's a player where his thing for me is more psychological. I just need him to switch out of adrenaline mode into awareness mode when he's in the final third.
And nice to said. I think with more game time, you will gain confidence per se. I know these are some of the things that they would have watched their tapes and they would have made their analysis and realized that even in the Dominica game, he wasn't that as effective because no doubt
Yeah.
Dominica would have seen him in the Damrep
But I
game.
heard management said that Cephas played on the worst side of the field in that Dominica game as far as the surface was concerned. They're saying it was pretty
But
bad.
yeah, but remember, and what about when we change? He played on the other side as well, don't he?
Yeah, but
After
Jamaica already, I think Jamaica had already changed the mode of attack as well. I think we didn't really focus on getting him the ball because I think that the ground, the duels between him and the right back for Dominica, I think the Dominican took the ball off him like 3 out of 4 times. I remember
but
that
but JT,
statistic. Yeah.
JT, I don't buy that. As a professional player, you have to
You have his
adapt to the
statistics
circumstances.
for that game?
For which one?
The game versus Dominica.
Jamaica versus Dom?
Dominica. Yeah, I would want to see for statistics again because I think he missed a few. I think he got stripped or the opponent won most of the ball off him. I'm not sure, but I think the statistics favor the defender.
Mhm. I don't have that statistics and I could search for it. But you know what happened?
Mhm.
I believe that as a professional player, I know that while the surfaces are not great, you have to adapt. So this is the situation. If the surface is bouncy, um, you have to get the ball before it drops. So if you know it's going to bounce and shoot off, you have to make that adjustment as a player. So you know what? I have to get the ball before it drops. While I'm going to control it or pass it off to someone, edit back to someone or something. But I don't like the excuses where we're complaining about surfaces and situations. Yes, both teams played at it, but at the same time, you have to make adjustments. It's not the best, but you have to make adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So my thing is this. I want to see him, nice as you have said earlier. I want to see where you say coach has been to recognize, okay, this is our weapon. He's the quickest player on our team. We're going to feed him the ball down the channel. We're going to allow him to run at people. We're going to see if he can use his speed to get into the box sometimes. We're going to see if he can hold up his head to always look up to see Shamar darting into the box. Can he make a square sometimes?
What
Can he
the
actually?
coach might do him like how Southgate do Cole Palmer, because I believe that our coach and Southgate has a lot of similarities. They have a lot of things in common going for them.
No, no, that is another story with that England game. But you know, my thing is this, and this is what I want to see. Why is it? And I want to get your take on this. Why is it that we don't cross balls in the middle in the box?
And we have players. I think probably most of our players is over 6 feet on our team.
So we know we have different type of wingers. Tamara is not the winger who's going to go and cross, go down the left and cross the ball. He's going to cut inside, and he has been effective in that. But Bobby Reed can cross the ball on the right. So Bobby can cross the ball. Why we not? Why Mikel Antonio or Boza are not getting those crosses inside the box? Why is it that our plays are too predictable where our objective is to run down the flank and try cut into the box and try perhaps get a foul or something? We have to mix up the play. As you touch a little on England, you realize that Harry Kane got one service when Gerard Bowen came on, one cross bomb, land on Harry Kane head, and if it were not for that brilliant save, the keeper would have, because they close out Hurricane out the game. He wasn't being fed, and the one service he got, you see what he did with it. So
Yeah.
I'm saying back to the Jamaican thing. That is that is Mikel's Antonio's strength. He run into the box, he look for these crosses coming in, he put his head on the ball, He can't put his head on the ball. He hold up the play or try, push it back to his darting forward. Because Mikel Antonio is not going to dribble at people and kick the ball in the back of the goal. He's not going to do that.
And what do you think about this thing where Mikel Antonio keep coming deep to get the football for
All
Jamaica?
right, so Antonio coming deep to get the football because he has been told to do so.
Okay.
Because if I'm the coach, and Antonio kept on doing that, he's coming off my field without my permission. So this is what I think. It is Algrim's game plan for Mikel to come deep to help collect the ball from in the middle so as to pull a centre back or two with him. So it creates more space for Bowser. So when he's up there at the top and he comes back into midfield, you're going to have always a defender trailing Mikel. So the objective is to pull a defender with him. So it gives Bowser more time and more space in the box. So it's a strategy that Algrims has been using, right? So it's not necessarily that he's doing it to his own volition. He has been asked or told to do so. So it's not something I necessarily like for Jamaica setup because I want to see Nikhil banging in goals. But the truth to be told, they have not yet developed that chemistry where Iman Boza can play up front. Like um Boza is playing off him. Like he's either playing the false nine or the switch role, both of them vice versa. So sometimes Boza play the false nine and then play the center forward or striker role. But they're trying to build that chemistry because Al Grimson, I feel wants to have both. I feel he wants to have both of them on the team in the team at the same time.
Yeah. I
But
think
but the,
he has the one thing I think from his experience with Iceland, though, I think um, he knows how to prepare for tournaments as well. And that's why I said I don't think if he could have gotten a friendly international, he comes off to me as the coach who doesn't like friendly internationals before tournaments. He thinks it actually tires out his players.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
but this is a situation. Al Grimson spent all his life in Iceland. We don't expect him to play South American football in the Caribbean or play like all Rennie Moyes did or play like Schaefer did or play like Tapa what even Paul Hall was doing. He's going to bring that type of game because that's what he knows. And that's where he had his successes, right? So he's going to bring it can go two ways. As a manager or coach, you bring your talent pool and you adapt and be more flexible and learn our style of play and merge them together. That's one way to look at it. Or you bring your tactics that you have been using so far to be successful. When I say successful, you brought Iceland to World Cup, you brought them to Euro, you even beat England in the first round of Euro, the first match of Euro, and he found success there. I think he's going to stick to his guns and stay with that method. He's not interested in playing this tiki taka, this South American style.
Yeah,
He's not interested.
he's more into playing result
Yes,
based football.
that's what he is.
Yeah.
So it's, we either have to just fall in line as to what he's going to play and just say, look, this is just his strategy. And he's going to be grinding out games until he get victories and take us to the World Cup. But
Yeah.
he's not going to play. It's just like, for example, JT. If you're a mason or you're a carpenter, I don't expect you to tell me about surgery.
Nope.
No, you can learn little information about surgery, but that's not your profession. No, he's not that type of coach who is willing to try various tactics and method and systems. No, he's not going to do that.
No, no,
What he did, he looked at our talent pool and he says, look, boy, I don't know if I can get these boys to play through the middle. So look what is going to happen. I'm going to just play my style of play. Let us soak up the pressure. Let us keep our low block. Let us swing them over with our pace it forward, our strikers, our wingers, and see if we can get them on their counter attack. And that's what he's going to
yeah, it's basically going off the sense where I just need to catch them lapsing for a bit, and we get
do.
that one
Exactly.
goal off and make them
Exactly.
chase the game. Because either way, when you have an opponent chasing a game, it's much better for you, because
Hmm.
you still have some buffer where even if they come back and score, the game is just back at even where you started.
Let us be honest. When Rene Simons brought us to the World Cup, he played the Brazilian type of ball game. His style, his way that he wanted them to play. He wanted them to play. No, we might not like how Algrim's set up his team because it might say it's boring. It's boring to us, but tell you what happened. He knows that he just wants the result.
Yeah, it's a results based coach.
Yeah.
It's not he's not the coach who's there to play pretty football.
No, he won't. He won't. He won't do that. And my thing is this. I think it doesn't matter what the public says. Doesn't matter what fans says. He's not going to change that. He's not going to change. I think he's going to constantly build from the back where we have better centre backs, full back, where they're able to possess the ball better, meaning control. You realize gone were the days when you're passing a ball to the defenders and they can't control a ball. They're not able to play the ball with the side of their feet. They're not able to move in transition from the back. He's building on that. So you realize now with our fullbacks, the Greg Lay, the Lembakisa, even though they ply their trade overseas, they are able to, they're comfortable on the ball. They're able to, Michael Lecter is calm, he's slow, but he's calm on the ball. He can make those long diagonal passes as well. Um, what's his name? Heroy. Roy, you can see he's a decent box-to-box player. If he has someone in the middle who understand the chemistry, him and KC Palmer, they have not played long enough for them to build that chemistry. And put it this way, every team, every squad, every system that they play, you need time playing together to create that chemistry, that synergy. Xavi and Iniesta, they played for the same club for years. They played for the same national team, so they can see that chemistry coming to life. So I'm saying give him a little more time. The midfield is not going to be pretty as how we want it to be, but he's going to improve it somewhat. But his objective is to get the players be more comfortable on the ball, get the defenders moving the ball from back in transition. He wants them to play a little faster. He wants the wingers to keep on pressing down and even running those half spaces and then catch people on the counter. And then what he's going to do now, when he's playing against a tough opponent, score a goal on them, continue to sit behind the ball. Now that opponent is going to try to warm up the game because they want to score back and then we can catch them again. That's his play. It won't change. Take it from me, JT. It will not change.
Yeah, yeah. It's quite but what we consider as predictability, this coach called consistency. He has been taking a little bit of time though with I'm a bit confused now as to understand that we didn't have the center backs to do the three at the back last two games. But I
Hmm.
hope that's something we revert back to as soon as possible because I think it's part of what
So,
can really
so
move us forward.
let me tell you what's going to happen. If he if he gets back all players to their full fitness and strength, Ethan Pinnock is going to be his number one. I think it's going to be Ethan Pinnock and perhaps might just use Ethan Pinnock and Amari Bell playing those centre back. the two centre back, and then if he's going with his three, if he's going with three centre back, you might see Deshaun Bernard in there or Michael Lecter, which and those are not bad choices. We saw him came in and supported well. So I am quite comfortable with the back line. The only problem I have with the back line is they're too slow in transition. They're too slow in transition. But I'm okay with them with their ability to possess, stand on the ball, and make the moves, but they're too slow in transition. That's my only problem. And when you don't have a good midfield, you have to move the ball faster. So if, for example, the centre back is passing the ball, say Ethan, say Ethan Pinnock has the ball. Um, what's his name? I just got his name. Hector. Hector drift wide. He passes it to Hector quickly. Hector has a long pass. Swing it over. Bam. Or pass it to Lembakisa. Lembakisa make a overlapping run. Right there and then Boza is shooting in the box. Or the same Bobby Reed behind him in the number 10 role, looking for either a cross come in the box or come play into the middle. Then Bobby Reed create those plays. That's how he's going to play. But we have to move a bit faster on the ball. And I think if we move a bit faster, it will look much better.
Yeah, we're moving the ball a bit too slow though. That's
Yeah,
something
definitely.
that's something we have to solve. Our
And I
speed.
think the boys seem to be in good spirit. I've seen a few clippings with those two boys at the boxing match. That's Bobby Reed and Antonio, Mikel Antonio, like a boxing match I think in Vegas. And I see where these gentlemen, these boys relish the opportunity to be play in the Copa America. Not just the overseas based players, but all the other players. This is a this is what you call a once in a lifetime moment for some of them to be playing, maybe coming up against the Vinny. Who knows how far we can reach coming up against the Messi? A couple of them have played with Messi before, coming against the like of Nunes, Diaz, um, Caicedo, all of these top South American players. This is at the highest. It's at the highest level.
Hmm.
So this is our World Cup before the real World Cup. So I mean, this is a moment that we need to relish, go out there and showcase your talent and show them that we can, from a small country of 3 million, we can go there and play quality football just the same. We can compete.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we gotta go out there and do it. And as I said to you, see, I think playing better teams, how would you say now, it heightens the threshold for where your worst game is. I don't know if you understand that. So,
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
if you play lower teams on your worst day, you probably could barely beat them. But when you
Hmm.
play better teams, you start becoming your worst game is your best game against some lower ranked teams. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Yeah, with the threshold. So it's because now the threshold is you're no longer running with amateurs. So so your worst game supposed to be at least to be able to draw with them.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
You're right. You're right.
gotta
I,
play
I
better.
just feel as if this is a good this is a good test for us.
Yeah.
This Copa is a very good test for us. It's going to be great for the nation leagues in September. It's going to be great for players' development. No, this is the litmus test to see where we are in the scheme of time. So if we have a fairly good Copa America, when I say fairly good Copa America, we can make it to round of 16. This would tell us how strong we are going into
Yeah.
our next qualifiers and or what we can possibly do at our World Cup.
And it will build our confidence as well for the next. um, leg of the qualifiers. Here's something that's
It
going to build our confidence. That's very
it
important.
will. One of the things I want to concur with you on read the practice matches. Um, Guatemala was able to get to a practice match with Argentina, and Guatemala
No,
lost.
it's Argentina got a practice match with Guatemala.
All right,
Mhm.
all right. So stand to be corrected
Yeah,
because
because
what Argentina.
Guatemala isn't really preparing for any tournament. That's why I said that.
That's right. Fair enough. Fair enough. But normally, what I know is that in any sports, you tend to shy away from the team that you're going to play. However, you play a team within their same division who play similar like them. So
Yeah.
what Argentina did, Canada is in Argentina group for Copa. So they play the likes of a Guatemala who would have played Canada. You understand? And they test their competition and see what this CONCACAF nation teams, how they look. So I feel that because we're in this Copa America, I think we could have picked up a South American team to play that is not in our group before we come on and go play the
Yeah,
Ecuador or
yeah,
the
yeah,
Venezuela.
yeah, yeah. Let's have a look at test run.
Yes, and feel what it is like. And every nation does that. So I don't know if it's because we were playing two games in a short space of time. Algrim's thought that it was necessary to get in another one before the Copa game. I don't know. I don't know. But but again, you're saying that maybe he's preserving his players. He doesn't want to overwork them so much.
Yeah, I think that based on Coach Jaime or Hargrim's approach, I strongly believe that something that him and John Wall, based on listening to them, is something that they think it's important because
Hmm.
some of our players as well, I think a lot of people understand working out in the gym and match fitness. When the adrenaline kicks in, if you don't know what you're doing, you crash out there in 15 minutes. Your throat feel like it's falling out if you're not
I have
geared.
a question for you, JT. I want you to make a bold prediction. Who would be your standout player for this tournament for Jamaica?
Hmm. I'm
Is that
going.
a right or wrong? Is
Yeah,
that
I'm
a
going.
right
I'm
or
going. For me, I'm going Ronaldo, Cephas, and Kahim Dixon if they play. But for me, it's always Kahim Dixon, man. I'm just biased when it come on to Kahim Dixon that way because I just believe that if you get him chances in front of goal, he's gonna make something happen.
wrong?
And
Mm.
it just takes two. It just takes two games for him to be the player of the tournament for us. Or one good game where maybe he sinks a team or score a brace or something. It's gonna be hard to
Mm.
forget him on the field though. But that's why this Shamar Nichols thing, man. I'm just so not convinced on him as a starter. I'm be honest with you, I'm not convinced.
You know what I feel? I think Bosa has something to prove at this Copa. He has a big heart. He's a fighter. He's going to try his best as to score a goal and announce himself because he was on loan. And I think that team get relegated. Remember? I think he's going
Yeah,
back to Moscow.
Claremont.
He's going back. He's going back to Moscow.
Yeah, he was at Claremont in France.
That's right. Remember? So that team got relegated. So I think he's going back to Russia. So I don't know what they'll do with him. I think he has a statement to make in this Copa. I'm not saying that he's my standout player. I'm going to pick a name that nobody expect for me to pick. I think Ethan Pinnock is going to be a standout player. I think he's
Who's your
going to be one.
standout player?
Ethan Pinnock. I think Ethan Pinnock is going to be in the conversation of one of the best defenders in the tournament. That's my pick. You hear me?
Ethan Pinnock, that's it.
Yeah, no, yeah. So he's the one I'm bringing to be the standout player in the tournament. I think he's gonna stand up stoutly for our back line. He's gonna use his experience, his height. He's gonna command the defense. He's gonna marshal it, and I think he's gonna be the name that is on the tongue of people. People gonna say, yeah, we know him from Brentford, but his name is gonna blow up in this tournament. I feel because to be honest with you, I don't see us scoring a bag of goals, a lot of goals. That's why I didn't pick a striker.
I was really happy to see Ethan Pinnock there as well because I think that would have been a tricky piece again to not have him.
But this is my big question for the night, though. Before I'll give you the question, I'm going to tell you something I feel. I feel Leon Bailey is going to make a U-turn and come to the last two games. Um,
Yeah,
JT, I was beating Leon Bailey, Craig Butler earlier, but I'm saying, I just feel Leon Bailey is going to make a U-turn and perhaps come to the last two games.
yeah. I don't
I'll
even
tell you
know if
why I
that's
said that.
I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad
It,
idea,
it,
to be
it would
honest.
not be the best thing for the team chemistry. No,
Especially if the team
it
won
would
their
not be.
first game or lose, it
Yes,
that
it would
can
not be the
really
best
break
thing
the
for the
team.
team chemistry.
I would just leave it. I would let sleeping dogs lie.
No, I want him to stay away far from the team for this tournament. But I don't know when was this tape or recorded, but I watched the cut last night and I saw where Nana Lowe was on with the Wayne Marshall show. You know that cut, the cut?
Mm-hmm.
But Nana Lowe was on it last night when I was watching it, but I figure it was recorded before the Jamaican
Jamaican,
game.
yeah, I saw that based on his answer.
Yes, and when he said that he's gonna talk, him and Leon Bailey have a good relationship outside, and he's gonna talk to him, and they want him back in the squad. Had it not been for this speak up blow up, I just feel, and I think in my head, he will let common sense prevail. And even if we don't take him back in the squad, he will let common sense prevail. But I just feel that he's gonna make a U-turn and show up for those two games. And I feel if he does that, the coach will accept him open arms. But I don't really want him. I don't want him to
You don't
disrupt
really
the,
want.
the
I'm not
chemistry.
really sure if that's really a brilliant idea.
It will disrupt the chemistry of the team. So that would have been my question to you if you think you'd have made a U-turn. But I'm so disappointed in this format. But anyway, that's another story. It's another story. It's another
And
story.
listen, you see, and a lot of us, as I said, for me, more football Jamaica plays, the better for it. Jamaica is at least about 50 or 60 games behind in games that I think we should have been played already under our belt. Not under this head coach. I'm saying over a period of time, I think we're about 50 games behind.
We're not playing enough competitive games. You're right. We're not playing enough. Is it because of
Yeah.
the
But
JT
you say you
PSS?
want did you say you want Leon Bailey if he come? Cause if he come, I don't really want that at me. Because I
No,
think
I'm
this is
saying
more problem again, brother. And then you're going to have Craig Butler. We have to go deal with Craig Butler again.
no. I'm not saying I want him to come.
Mm.
I just feel as if I just feel that when I look on the Copa website and his name is still there on the squad. In fact, let me show you something. There's an article. Well, there's a read FIFA CONMEBOL regulations on the tournament,
Mm.
and they outline how the regulations are structured, and they have to list the players. They just assign a number to a player from number 1 to 26. And interestingly, Leon was listed as number 26th player. So if you go on the website now, you can see he was listed as a 26th player. So it means that he was a last minute addition to the squad. But at the same point in time, my question is this. He says he's not coming. I know for sure
What
that
do you think about Mr. Butler releasing private messages from the coach? Don't you think that's like very unprofessional?
no, this is where I don't know why you call this segment on your program. Find a name for it because this is where I'm going to the listeners going to see JPS in a different zone.
Uh,
So JT is not just unprofessional, it is unbecoming of a so-called agent or manager. Because the question is this: why do you need to come out and reveal a private message?
by the coach,
At clout.
he's so stupid. That is like destroying any trust that's there.
Exactly. Are you looking clout while you're trying to prove that you're not telling lie?
Yeah.
Let me tell you this, JT. I know that the coach is not lying. When the coach said, I have spoken to Mr. Butler, I had conversation. He didn't tell he didn't tell the public as far that he met with Butler. It was Butler who came out on even Sportsmark saying that he met with Al Grimson face to face, right? He has been communicating with Al Grimson. And he said on sport, this is what the man said on Sportsmark. I have messages with me and the coach communicating, but I will not reveal, I will protect the coach identity. That's what the man says, And then you come back out and go reveal message, private message between you and the man. For what? What are you trying to prove?
It's weird. That's weird. That's some
No,
little pick me something. So let me show you a message where a coach write me.
and
Yeah,
then not only that,
sounds stupid, man.
he's, he realize that he's also setting up his players, his clients. He's setting up
I said this is the
Leon Bill.
time where Mr. Butler actually make Coach Jaime Halgrim to them see how he operates. Because before they might not have believed because they probably thought the JFF is like this organization. Not saying the JFF is doing great things in that way, but I'm saying when he came, he probably thought since remember, Andre Blake was also suspended, so maybe when Jaime come, no, he might probably think, okay, they're probably fighting Mr. Butler as well. No, he realized that Mr. Butler is a man who fights himself, like by just jumping out the window. And you can see even his statement today. He tried to remove himself from himself. And now try to say that this is not what Whisper Bailey them saying. I think Leon Bailey has had a talk with him as well. Say, listen, I think you might be doing a little bit too much. I think that thing he wrote on Instagram look a little bit
Mhm.
like Leon Bailey then probably check him and say, talk for yourself a little bit instead of me, right?
Look here, JT. He's destroying the brand of Leon Bailey and Bijan Whisper. Now, let me hear your reason a little. May I hear after here so we had a private conversation we are talking about say family life. I'm share a thing with you, I share a thing with me. How would I feel or how would you feel if I were to come on your show and divulge certain information that we spoke about in privacy? For one, you could not perhaps not trust me anymore. You'd sever the relationship or sever ties, and you'd say, what is it that JPS has to gain in coming to the fore with this? Nothing. I'm simply saying, I may had a private conversation with you. You and the man sat in the car. I want to have text messages back and forth, right? And you're going to come to you're trying to protect your football, you're protecting your image by revealing private messages.
I was so
No, let me say
childish. It was, but me say
this.
when me and him say like you see, and he's talking about wait 1 second, I'm plugging the mouse for this computer. This is why Craig Butler cannot come and tell anybody about ethics and global practices. Bro, it's not global practices for agent to be releasing text messages from a head coach of a national team. That's so China shop, bro. That
My brother,
was like it's just not professional. So that's the point,
brother,
you know, where we are trying to show him. 1 minute you're asking for the JFF to behave in this way while you lift up your skirt over there. So
like we turn up the program. Man. Had it been into any first world country, I am here perhaps that been called out by to lose his job. I'm telling you why. Craig Butler spoke about conflict of interest with Rudolph Speed. It could be construed or misconstrued that Craig Butler is having some amount of influence on the coach in selecting his squad because you had a private conversation with the coach, which the coach didn't even to have that conversation with you. And whatever was discussed between you and the coach, obviously it must have been football. And the coach standpoint is to get back his best players in the squad. No, what did the coach do wrong, JT? From your perspective, what did he do wrong?
you know why I don't think the coach what the coach did wrong was he did the party shop negotiation. I think he
That's right.
diverted from the protocol
That's
and
right.
and he operated on the level of Craig Butler and the JFF. Like we link a man to see if we can link Bailey and see if Bailey can send anything there.
So I stand I'm in agreement with what you said. I concur. Let me say this. I wrong Amir having private conversation with Butler about any player. You hear me?
Because agents don't operate at the international level. But I do
Ah,
understand, brother, how the situation set. I think he realizes, he, Jaime realizes that Butler has a huge influence on Leon Bailey.
he knows.
Yeah,
He
he knows. He
has
knows.
one for real. But you
Yeah,
know what happened, JT? The whole situation is this. Whole situation is this. You hear me?
yeah, man.
All right. Let us reason a little on business side of things. Leon Bailey, I feel as if he was offended because he didn't know that he could have been suspended or
Ended.
been dropped from the team.
Uh,
Right? No, when he realized that the coach was serious, at some point he was art. Before we go back this, yeah. I honestly feel when the coach told him that he was going to suspend him and he accepted the suspension because things get nice in Jamaica, layman term now, things get nice now. Competition are run good. And when the coach said to him, say, boy, I go sit out, with a match against America,
mhm.
and start to throw tantrum like some baby. Where I wrong,
Me? How dare
Coach Al
you?
Grimson. Where I wrong, Coach Al Grimson. You see, from you commit the crime, deal with it right there. I don't care who you are. You broke curfew. You didn't turn up
I
to
don't
meet on
think
the
it
bus.
worked like that. I don't think it worked. I understand that for the sake of principle, that's how it works. How you just said
That's
it,
right.
for principle and setting things into place where people are gonna respect it. But when you deal with humans, where
Mm-hmm.
the unpredictability is so widespread, and for I always say example, like you can send a person go a shop every day and him bring back your change, and one day him just not bring it back. It's just that's human. You don't know what's gonna pull off on the day sometimes. So the coach has to adapt and adjust. Let's say Leon Bailey is out and he was in top form at his club, top form for Jamaica. Leon Bailey supposed to get suspended. World Cup, last game, World Cup qualifier. I'm just saying hypothetically speaking. Do you put Leon Bailey on the bench or you go to the World Cup and you find a way to suspend him for the friendlies coming up or something? In that
Let me
situation, I would have to
let
think
me answer,
about it.
let me let me answer you by this. You follow football. You know Joel Matip, who was playing for Liverpool. Joel Matip.
Yeah.
Joel Matip is from Cameroon, right? Joel Matip, when the whole saga going with the FA and the messing up, Joel Matip jump ship and saying can't win or play with young players. When Samuel Eto'o look at the scene and say, look, far too long, these FA are whole Cameroon as hostage. I need to get involved. Him decided I'll get involved for Cameroon. Drogba decided I'll get involved for Ivory Coast. He went in and he said, in order to effect changes, I have to go inside the FA. He went in and he had the players playing well. When they qualified, Joel Matip came for the Nation League. Joel Matip came and said he would like to represent Cameroon. You know what? You know what Samuel Eto'o told him? I will win or lose with the players who stuck to the task in difficult times. And he refused Joel Matip.
Okay.
My point is this.
What he
People
chose
need
to wait on England?
no, Joel Matip is from Cameroon.
Okay.
So he was with the Cameroon national team. So when they're having their financial woes and struggles,
He stepped away.
he stepped away. And then, those international players who Samuel Eto'o, because them always have financial problem and all that. Players don't get paid. And even one time they went to World Cup and Eto'o them decided them not go strike and now play. So they have always had their problems. So Eto'o decided that he was going to go back in as a former footballer to support the Cameroon team. But before that, Joel Matip was with the program and he left. Says he can't bother with this thing and he can't play with these young players. So when Eto'o went in and Eto'o decided to make some changes and support the ballers and fix the thing, and when Cameroon started doing well, Joel Matip came that he wants to represent Cameroon.
No.
And you know what Eto'o says? He says no. We lost, we win with these young players. He's not inviting him back. My point to answer your question is this. I love Leon Bailey, bro. I watch Aston Villa every week because of Leon Bailey. Because he's a Jamaican, he's one of us, and he's raising the banner. People talk about this Jamaican youth. But principle is principle. And my problem with Al Grimson is when you do things like those, you become a bit double standard. And he's sending a wrong message in the dressing room. Because if someone commit a crime or have done something wrong, It's like your daughter or my son and did something wrong. And I didn't tell the child I told the child what he or she has done. And then take 6 months later to discipline the child. What's the purpose? What's the purpose? You discipline him right there and then and show the dressing room that, look, the best player or the so-called best player on the team, he will be punished. And if I can do this to the best player, I will do it to every single one of you. And I believe he should have allowed him to miss it right there and then. You know what I would have done? Oh, you came late for my train, pack your bag and go home. And you'd have sent that back. And I guarantee you, Leon Bailey would not have done that again. Or Leon Bailey and Craig Butler would not have been and behave as if they're the prima donna. No, JT, you work in an organization, you go to work, you're supposed to report to work at 8 o'clock. You showed up late for work and you explained to the boss, I'm sorry for late, XYZ. And the boss said, tell you what, okay, you're late and you didn't carry out your duty or whatever, you're supposed to report it. Do you think the way your boss is going to see you a second time doing the same thing and talk to you? We'll fire instantly. So I'm saying sometimes we have to show the tough love.
Just on the last point there, it depends on the leverage still. Depends on the amount of leverage you have there and how you have how important your role is. That's another thing. That's why a lot of fans were okay with saying, hey, if he's not here, he's not here. He hasn't been performing for us anyway. But JPS, we did about almost 4 hours.
You have to make a run.
Yeah, it's almost
Okay.
3 in the morning now. Yeah, I know it's 2 for you mid UK time. It's because of the Euros. I'm not gonna get to stream early enough because if the good game is 9 o'clock, I have to watch the game.
No, man, that's fair enough. That's fair
Yeah,
enough. Look here, man. It is always a pleasure. I mean, the reason why I'm up so late, me are going late tomorrow. So, me understand. Understand. Best of yourself, man. It's a good chat.
Yeah, man. Bless up to
And
everybody
catch
in the
up.
comment section. All right.
Yeah, man. Bless up.